and no incidents up on the board. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast from meteorologist Tyler Moore today. Actually, it's Brendan Johnson who's in at TMJ4. He's got cloudy and more mild temperatures with a slight chance of a sprinkle this afternoon and evening. High of 43 degrees. Chance of showers tonight. And mostly cloudy, low down to 39. Right now we're at 38 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, for the second time this year, basketball team at Beloit Memorial alleging racist behavior directed towards them at an away game.
JV girls coach Delana Johnson, posting on Facebook, says that after an altercation with an official during a game at West Tosha High School Tuesday night, she received permission from the Beloit School District to leave the game early. As the team was exiting the gym, Johnson alleges a handful of cheerleaders, students, and parents started making animal noises and, quote, gesturing like a gorilla. Back in March, Beloit Memorial's boys basketball team reportedly found racist messages in their locker room while playing against Muskego. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
In a statement, Westosha District Administrator John Gendron says they are investigating the incident.
A substitute teacher removed from the classroom at Brown Deer Middle School. This after reportedly making an inappropriate statement to a class. TMJ4's Mary Jo Ola.
Students alerted school leaders who investigated immediately and ended the substitute's assignment for the day. It's not clear exactly what was said. The substitute teacher is employed by Teachers on Call. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company says it's deeply troubled by the report and pending an investigation. The teacher has been removed from all future assignments.
Teachers on Call supplies substitute teachers to several southeast Wisconsin schools.
It's now 1 week from the resumption of abortion services in Sheboygan.
But the ultimate decision on abortion in Wisconsin will fall to the state Supreme Court. Legislative Director for Pro-Life Wisconsin, Matt Sandy, tells WTMJ they're getting ready for any outcome.
If they find 94004 unenforceable, we'll have to come up with a new abortion ban. If they find a right to abortion in the state constitution, we'll have to amend the Constitution.
Sandy says Pro-Life Wisconsin will be at Planned Parenthood on the 28th when services resume, and they're in it for the long haul.
We've been trying to steel our members for these possibilities to say, look, this can go back and forth, and we just have to be strong.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Investigation underway in Madison after donation money was stolen from a car in a church parking lot. Madison Police Captain Michael Hansen telling WISC-TV in Madison the money was intended to buy gifts and donations for the church. The owner of the car says the thief ran off with about $1,300, 2 smartphones as well. Captain Hansen saying it's a reminder that parked cars are often targets for theft.
As the debate heats up surrounding former President Donald Trump's status on the Colorado presidential primary ballot, Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty President Rick Essenberg tells WTMJ the side effects could be nasty.
To take the choice of presidential candidate away when it's not clearly mandated by the Constitution is going to create a great amount of cynicism, conflict.
The Colorado Supreme Court ruling that Trump is disqualified from holding the presidency under the Constitution's insurrection clause.
Health officials for Hamas report the number of Palestinian deaths since the start of the Israel-Hamas war has risen to more than 20,000. The BBC's Yolanda Cannell is in Jerusalem.
This has been called a tragic and shameful milestone by the UN aid chief Martin Griffiths. There are many bodies that have been left in the rubble. There are people who also haven't been taken to hospital because the hospitals have just been overwhelmed.
Negotiations expected to continue today at the UN on a Security Council ceasefire resolution.
The exchange rate was 10-1 and a binational prisoner swap completed overnight. 6 U.S. citizens arriving last night in San Antonio, 4 more in Miami, coming from Venezuela. In exchange, sent back a bagman, if you will, for the Venezuelan president. Those who were brought back to the American states are now in U.S. military custody.
A feat for a pop icon not seen since the late 1960s. That story next. Signing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:05.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 800-857-7979. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. Plus, I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 800-857-7979. 800-857-7979. That's 800-857-7979.
Hi, it's Samantha, and I'm here spreading cheer with Heiser's Holiday Happenings. Get incredible deals on our new and used vehicles, discounts on our service parts and accessories. We also have in-store holiday cheer, and we have events. Plus, special bonuses and giveaways. There are new sets of offers each week, so make sure you visit Heiser.com for all of the details. And hurry in, because offers end December 31st. At Heiser, today's your day.
See dealer for complete details.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
Stop into Ken Michaels Furniture for our year-end clearance sale. Shop discounts up to 50% off.
When you breathe well, you live better. Find out more at adventknows.com.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:07.
Just days left to fix the defense. Brandon Snide looks ahead to the Packers' plan. Coming up in sports at 6:15.
There's a new union in town, employees at the Marquette Starbucks.
Employee Ian Schubert says the conditions are a large part of the decision.
We are constantly understaffed. We've been having to do entire closing shifts with only 2 people. We were told we weren't allowed to clean the floor and to do the bare minimum to get out of the store.
And Schubert says it's not as easy as getting a new job.
You come home from a 5.5-hour shift and you feel like you just worked a 12. You go onto the job site and you just see more of the same. You're not quite sure if any of these things will be better.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
In a statement to WTMJ, Starbucks says it is investing more than $1 billion to improve the experience of partners.
Work from home a trend bleeding over from COVID-19. The Metropolitan Milwaukee Association of Commerce President Tim Sheehy telling Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Milwaukee has bucked that trend a little bit. We're still in the top 14 to 15 in terms of return to work. I also think we have some advantage because as a manufacturer, you have to be here. I think that's a trend that will now normalize.
Since the pandemic, 4 times as much of the American workforce works remotely than it did before. Old Blue Eyes is climbing up the music charts.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Frank Sinatra's hit the Billboard Hot 100 Top 20 with his 1948 Christmas recording. It's inched up from 28, becoming his first to reach 20 since 1967. Streams of Sinatra's Jingle Bells increased by 19% from December 8th to the 14th. Meghan Trainor's cover is currently at number 74. The song was written by James Lord Pierpont and published in 1857. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Definitely on the top list for a lot of folks, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, clearly, right? That's the story.
Still got it.
Right. Bunch of other ones that are maybe not on that list.
Such as?
We all have ours, right? You know, where you're like, I can't stand this one.
Right. Anything with the Chipmunks.
I like the Chipmunks. 6:09, Wisconsin's Morning News.
What do you mean he's not coming in? This is our busiest time.
The mixologist at Claude's Bar is moving to Manhattan.
I'm already down 2 bar backs. No one's manning front of me.
Now he needs an equally cosmopolitan replacement.
How am I going to find a new bartender before New Year's Eve?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
SemperFiRoofing.com.
6:10, what's happening on the roads, Debbie?
Not much, Vince. It is super quiet out there right now. No incidents and no delays are up on the board, so we're good. I'm Debbie Lozga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today, cloudy and more mild. A slight chance for an evening sprinkle. High temperatures topping out in the lower 40s. A chance for a shower overnight, otherwise mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 30s. It is a mainly cloudy day for our Friday. A chance for some evening rain showers. Highs in the mid-40s. We'll dry things out on Saturday. Still mild, highs in the upper 40s. A chance for evening showers again on Sunday. Mostly cloudy with a high of 53. And rain showers around for Christmas Day. Mostly cloudy with a high of 50 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Oh, I'm dreaming of a rainy Christmas. 50 degrees.
That doesn't sound right.
38 right now in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
6:11 Wisconsin's Morning News this Thursday morning. Now, sometimes they actually do find the people who pull this stuff. Far more often than should be. We've got thousands of drivers inconvenienced, and that's not the worst of it. In a Wild West on the freeway with people shooting out their cars into traffic. Right? How often? I mean, it was a lot
for a while there. It seemed like it was once a month, if not more, where they're shutting down the interstate because of a report of shots fired. They'd find casings, or you'd see the bullet holes in a car.
Most recently, you might recall, we were on the air here, Wisconsin's Morning News, just ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, November 20th, and had one of these freeway shutdowns on I-94 in Waukesha.
I'm amazed at how often this happens.
Assuming that it is a shots fired incident, and to fill you in as to why we're connecting those dots, what we have is all of the eastbound lanes closed, so no traffic is getting through, and then you see deputies walking across all lanes of traffic looking at the pavement. And what we've seen when we've had a report of shots fired is they're looking for shell casings or any other evidence that may be on the road. So that was back from November 20th. No incidents, as Debbie said.
Not current.
Happening right now. But we did later confirm that at 6:30 in the morning, a driver reported somebody pulled a gun on the freeway and fired off a round that hit their car. Freeway was shut down for a long time, a couple hours, I think, if I remember correctly. And Eric,
always is.
You were expressing your frustration with this.
You hear, oh, well, there clearly was shots fired because there's damage on the other vehicle, and then that's the end of it. Never seemed to hear about people being taken into custody for it.
Well, guess what? I'm about to tell you about that, Eric. Exactly that. Got this from Lieutenant Nick Wenzel, Waukesha County Sheriff's Office, just a few days ago. They pulled over a vehicle that was suspected of being involved in that incident.
Nice.
Deputies arrested a 27-year-old Milwaukee woman. They say they recovered a gun and that the woman admitted to the freeway shooting last month. She is now charged with first-degree recklessly endangering safety, discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and carrying a concealed weapon. According to the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office, those charges pending. So there.
All right, great.
We got one.
All right, I'll eat crow. I'm happy.
No, you don't have to eat crow. You're right. We did. Where do these things go? So an important follow-up. I wanted to share that with everyone this morning. Appreciate very much their follow-up on this, too, and letting us know so that we can let you know. 6:14, Brandon Snide's got sports next.
I couldn't even bend over, but now after stem cell treatment, I can deadlift a house.
Now, this is an exaggeration, but I do hear about unbelievable miracle outcomes, and I have to ask, do you really believe them? If they were true, these biological treatments wouldn't even have to be advertised. Truth is, stem cell effectiveness is nowhere near 100%. It's expensive, and it doesn't last. At Rejuvenex, our FDA-approved pharmacological treatments ease inflammation and reduce pain. They're precisely administered to where your pain lives, and they work. Will the pain reduction last forever? No. But in some cases, relief has lasted as long as 24 months, and in most cases, insurance has paid for the treatments entirely. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at ACCUNET.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
After dropping their last two games, the Green Bay Packers are officially on the outside looking in for the playoffs. The Packers defense gave up over 450 total yards in Sunday's loss to Tampa Bay, and many questions have begun being asked with defensive coordinator Joe Barry and his job security. Could Green Bay possibly look to make an in-season move? ESPN's Adam Schefter.
There would have to be, in my mind, some sort of performance to warrant an in-season firing. Like, I mean, a disgraceful showing that leaves you no choice. And I don't see the Packers doing that. I mean, you know, they should have found a way to win the game on Sunday. They did allow the big pass to David Moore. Couldn't bring him down. I don't think you're firing the defensive coordinator over that. I don't think.
Shefty on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee this week talking about Green Bay. He talks about a bad defensive performance.
And it was a whole game of that.
Well, he says, it'd have to be a bad performance.
Right. And the week before.
Did you watch that game? Speaking of that bad defensive performance, Matt LaFleur confirming that team had a players meeting to air out some of those grievances on defense.
We had a great meeting on Monday, a very open forum where anybody could speak, and there were some things that were said. But I do think we're all about finding solutions. How can we best communicate with one another? And it starts with myself, and it goes down to Joe and the assistants, down to our players. And then on the field, we need everybody communicating. So obviously that's a big-time point of emphasis, and just making sure that we understand not only what we're doing, but why we're doing it.
As far as on the field for the Packers, linebacker Devondre Campbell, safety Darnell Savage, receivers Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and guard Elton Jenkins all not participating in practice on Wednesday. Over to the NBA, where the 20-7 Milwaukee Bucks are back to work tonight as they welcome in the Orlando Magic to close out their 6-game homestand. The Bucks are winners of their last 5 games and will look to extend their home winning streak to 15. Bucks guard Cam Payne on when this team started to gel together.
Hey, man, that Indiana Pacer game, man, our camaraderie is at all-time high right now, and it's showing on the court. It's showing on the defensive end. We got everybody back, man. I just feel like it's a lot of camaraderie, and we keep building it.
So they took Giannis's ball, the Pacers did, and that's when the Bucks were like, you know what? We're going to start playing well.
What the hell with this, right?
We're going to show you up.
We got Giannis, we got Dame, the odds-on favorite to take the East.
15-3 in their last 18 games, so things are
stay down.
Are trending up for the Bucks. But speaking of Giannis, the Bucks have listed him as questionable tonight due to a right foot sprain. Milwaukee, Orlando tipping off tonight at 7 p.m. Bucks shoot around will get rolling right here on WTMJ beginning at 6. And lastly, Vince, we got some baseball news out of Milwaukee. The Stove's starting to heat up for the Brewers as Milwaukee sent off veteran pitcher Adrian Hauser and outfielder Tyrone Taylor to the New York Mets on Wednesday in a trade. In return, the Brewers receiving pitching prospect Coleman Crowe, who did have Tommy John surgery in August. He is expected to miss all of 2024. The first trade between Matt Arnold and his former boss, David Stearns, over there in New York.
Right, both guys that I like and respect and I think are great at their jobs. So you wonder in this chess match, are they trying to best each other? Or they're like, you guys could probably use this and we could probably, like, is it a win-win or is somebody getting the better of the other?
Do you think this opens up the floodgates now for more?
I don't know. Who do you got? Who do we
Corbin
got?
Burns. I don't know. I got Pete Alonso.
Yeah, the Hauser thing only bothers me in that the guy that we're getting, like, we don't know what we got.
Yeah, and Arnold did say he has been coveting Crow for quite some time. He did have, obviously, Tommy John surgery.
He had his arm repaired.
Yeah, so it looks like it's got a piece for the future, but you can kind of see where the direction the Brewers are going.
6:19 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
If you missed this,
Brad Schindler was with us. Should Janet Protasevich recuse herself from all the cases where she firmly said, this is what I would do, this is how I feel?
That's a decision she has to make.
Or this.
Rachel Hahn is the Director of Animal and Client Services for the Milwaukee campus of the Wisconsin Humane Society. So what's the consideration set if I'm making the list here before adopting a pet?
Just making sure that it's the right time.
Check out Wisconsin's Afternoon News, the podcast, presented by Guy's Garage Doors.
Vince Vitrano here for Great Lakes Landscape. This is a local company I'm working with right now, and I will trust this spring to enhance the beauty of my already pretty awesome yard. So I had Ryan and the boys out for the fall cleanup to end the season at my house. Looking toward the spring now for the fertilizing package and aeration. Those are things that I can do myself, but I don't have the desire to do myself. I like mowing the lawn. That's what I like to do. The other stuff, not so much. And on the fertilizer, you can spend just as much getting the bags yourself, going to the store, dragging them into your car, and then putting it down yourself. And that costs you just as much as having Great Lakes come out and do it for you. You got a big project on the horizon, too. They do beautiful work. Block paver patios. Maybe you want to redo the landscaping, your shrubs, your trees, your flower beds. Or if you're into new construction, they'll start from scratch with you. These are the guys you want. Get the design work done this offseason so Ryan and his team at Great Lakes have your project on the top of their list this spring. Sign up now, and Great Lakes Landscape will give you 2023 pricing. You and I are on our way to a more beautiful yard. Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com. That's Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com.
Your first date? Going well. The carnival? Cash only. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when you decide to win that giant stuffed purple raccoon at $5 a throw, we're looking out for you. No matter how many throws it takes. You've got this. With 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
The holidays are a time for reflection and change. While gathering and sharing life stories with loved ones, perhaps one is contemplating that life-changing decision to downsize and move. I'm Senior Real Estate Specialist Bruce Nemovitz from Bruce's team. We're ready to provide the information for you, the senior, or your family, so your decision can match the lifestyle as to who you are today. Enjoy the years ahead with a safe and quality lifestyle, doing all you can to maintain your independence. Get started today at brucesteam.com, taking you from overwhelmed to I can do this.
Checking in with Debbie here at 622.
It's looking good, Vince. Really not seeing any kind of delays around the area or incidents, so we're in good shape right now. But if you do see something on the roads that you think we should know about, give us a call on the WTMJ Hall Mazda Milwaukee.com traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's Season of Inspiration. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast from meteorologist Brendan Johnson. I'll take you through Christmas. 43 degrees your high today with a chance of sprinkles in the afternoon and evening, chance of showers tonight, and a low down to 39. Afternoon and evening rain showers possible on Friday with a high of 46. Saturday's high 48. No precipitation there. And then a chance for evening showers on Christmas Eve, mostly cloudy on Sunday with a high of 53. Christmas Day, rain showers and mostly cloudy with a high of 50. Right now, 38 in Milwaukee. Talking about the trade between the Brewers and Mets, I feel like you and I could have executed a trade yesterday.
Why? I'm happy with my end of the deal.
Oh, right. I had nothing to offer you. So it's a holiday concert season, of course, at the kids' school, and Eric gets out in a half hour.
Yeah, they cranked through it. And we heard a lot of music, too. It was like 7 or 8 songs, boom, done. And by 7:30, we were walking out to the lobby to find the kids.
Middle school? This was the middle school?
This is middle school, yeah, so 7th and 8th grade.
Okay, at the high school, we had choir and orchestra. They performed together.
Okay, so that sounds like a longer show.
Hour and a half, and then some. Maybe a little change.
How'd that go for you?
It was fine. It was, we're at the point now with my kids older that we sort of traded the cute pageantry of, kids falling all over each other and puking on the Christmas sweater and all that, like for a show that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good music.
I believe it. I believe it.
How about you? Do you have?
I did. So I brought a little taste. You want a little taste? Okay.
Yes, please.
Here you go. Okay, maybe not. That's not how it sounded. So 7th grade, my daughter this is her very first choir. So she's never done like actual like this type of chorus. She's done like the middle school when they all kind of stand up there, but this is actually like
she's in choir.
Yeah, where she's actually in.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a little taste. Yeah, that sound pretty good. All right, so that's one of their songs. They have a little round in there, right? And then they brought back this classic that you might recognize. From Home Alone.
Sure.
Yeah. And then wrapped it up. Occasionally you'd see, a couple of kids up there looking at each other, talking to each other.
It's always the boys, too, who didn't want to be there. Their mouths aren't even moving. It's like, come on, man, at least mouth the words, right? We'll never know.
Right, but I thought they did very well. I was very impressed with the 7th and 8th graders. And you can tell how good they were just by the crowd. Listen to this.
Yeah, super excited.
So, yeah, good night. Good night.
It's one of those things where it's a late night sometimes, particularly for if you're up early with us right now. Probably would be late for you by your standards as well. But it's one of those things that parents tell me all the time they miss. Gets around the holiday season, like, I miss that. In the moment, you're crazy. It's like, when do we eat? Get the one dressed.
Yep,
this is what you're wearing? They said to wear this. Go back up there. Brush your hair. All of that hustle and bustle, but then you miss it when it's gone. So we had, like I said, orchestra choir last night in Greendale, and a really cool tradition. The community is invited to close the show every year, singing on stage. So you don't just sing in your seat.
Okay.
You want to sing? Come on up. And they do Handel's Messiah. And that is not an easy song. And there's always that little palpable anxiety when it gets into the really high notes. Okay, hanging in there. One more.
Here we go.
Take it up. Nice, yeah, right?
Nice.
Parents, choir alumni, I saw some first-year college kids back from school, and
There
they
you go.
hopped up there,
Awesome.
which I thought was super cool.
And I was impressed to hear that you went up there.
I did not. No. Everybody stay in
Dressed
their
up
lane.
in his Christmas Carol outfit.
Yeah,
That's
great.
So the Christmas holiday, solstice, December, winter concert, whatever they call it at your school, ladies and gentlemen. News about your money this morning, WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped to almost 500 points to 37,082. The NASDAQ was down 225 to 14,778, and the S&P 500 closed off 70 points to 4698. Get ready for 2024 with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. If you want to upgrade and transform your current bathroom space, I've got you covered. It's Sidex. Sidex just did the work in our house, took out the old bathtub, put in a beautiful walk-in shower. It is stunning. The process streamlined and efficient. Sidex is the company I trust. Sidex is the company doing the work in our bathroom, in our house. My wife is so happy. They have changed our bathroom space. It's incredible. Joe, living the legacy of his dad, Sanford. It's incredible. They're family-owned since 1988. Free shower door upgrade when you mention John Mercure. Sidex. Check out the guys I trust at Sidex.
Senator Devin LeMahieu, you're the majority leader of the Wisconsin State Senate, and you've talked a lot about the importance of election integrity. Well, right now, we have a big problem. You see, there's a guy on the Wisconsin Election Commission named Robert Spindell. And Robert Spindell was one of the 10 fake electors in Wisconsin whose actions were part of an effort to overturn the 2020 election results and undermine the will of the people. Yet Robert Spindell still sits on the most powerful election commission in the state, the Wisconsin Election Commission. Well, why is that, Senator? Senator LeMahieu, you have the power to remove Robert Spindell by rescinding his Wisconsin Election Commission appointment. Wisconsin can't allow someone whose actions helped undermine the integrity of our elections to have any role in running them. That's why those of us at All Voting is Local Action Wisconsin fact-checked and paid for this ad on Firebob.com.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members! Save 12% now through the 24th at Fleet Farm. No rebates, no waiting, no mail-in forms or receipts. The added 12% savings coupon is for all members in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up in minutes to get your additional savings now. Forget the stamps or waiting for rebates. Save 12% during Fleet Rewards Appreciation Days. And thanks for shopping Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin's Morning News National Anthem is powered by Weniger Compressor, putting the I can in American. This is the Gaudete Brass.
I'm Derek Dennis. The U.S. and Venezuela brokering a prisoner swap. Several Americans now back on U.S. soil at a military base in Texas, while a Venezuelan diplomat has been released here.
Avon Hernandez is one of 6 Americans arriving back in Texas, saying there's no way to understand what it's like to be unjustly held.
All you think about when you're in prison is how you didn't appreciate being free while you were free.
Venezuela freeing those Americans in exchange for a suspected criminal financier who was an ally to that country's president. Andy Field, ABC News.
Migrants at the southern border now being flown out. A plane chartered by Texas Governor Greg Abbott landed in Chicago last night. Abbott saying until President Biden steps up to secure the border, we will continue to provide overwhelmed Texas border towns with much needed relief. Toyota recalling 1 million vehicles because the airbags may not deploy. 6 models from Toyota, another 5 from Lexus, all involved. This is ABC News.
At 6:31, I'm Adam Roberts, and this is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, December 21st. Our top story, allegations of racism in Westosha.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Everything's looking great so far this morning. Light volume and full freeway speeds. That's your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic.
Cloudy, continued mild in your storm team forecast from meteorologist Brendan Johnson today. Could see some sprinkles this afternoon, a high of 43. More shower chances possible overnight with a low down to 39. Right now 37 and cloudy skies in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, for the second time this year, a basketball team at Beloit Memorial High School is alleging racist behavior directed towards them at an away game. Junior varsity girls coach Delana Johnson posting on Facebook that after an altercation with an official during a game at Westosha High School Tuesday night, they left the game early, and as the team was exiting the gym, Johnson alleges a handful of cheerleaders, students, and parents started making animal noises and, quote, gesturing like a gorilla. Back in March, Beloit Memorial's boys basketball team reportedly found racist messages in their locker room during an away game against Muskego, that incident sparking outrage in the community. In a statement, Westosha District Administrator John Gendron says they are investigating the incident. Meanwhile, a substitute teacher removed from their assignment at Brown Deer Middle School after reportedly making an inappropriate statement to a class. TMJ4's Mary Joella has more.
Students alerted school leaders who investigated immediately and ended the substitute's assignment for the day. It's not clear exactly what was said. The substitute teacher is employed by Teachers on Call. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company says it's deeply troubled by the report, and pending an investigation, the teacher has been removed from all future assignments.
Teachers on Call supplies substitute teachers to several southeast Wisconsin schools.
Hello, Milwaukee.
President Biden in Milwaukee yesterday at the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce. Metropolitan Milwaukee Association of Commerce President Tim Sheehy telling Wisconsin's Afternoon News his guess for the politics behind the visit.
He's coming after a lot of COVID money was spent here. That put money in the pockets of small businesses who needed it at the time, and I think the president's going to come here and tout what he did.
Protesters were vocal outside of the event on Wednesday, criticizing the Biden administration's handling of the war in Gaza. And in a protest of working conditions, employees at the Starbucks at Marquette University have unionized.
Starbucks employee Ian Schubert says the decision was a long time coming.
My friends and family can't keep living under this establishment when not only our hours are being cut, health code violations are being ignored. We have an A on our door somehow.
Schubert says they're now preparing for the response of corporate Starbucks.
We are expecting to receive captive audience meetings. One of our strategies for that is to record the meetings, and then we file probably the NLRB. We file and then we win.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
In a statement to WTMJ, Starbucks says they welcome the employees' vote on union representation. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 6:34.
Traffic is sponsored by the Bartolotta Restaurants. Find the perfect holiday gift card at bartolottas.com.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
Expecting someone home for the holidays, or you're moving out yourself? Travel forecast coming up next.
The Brewers Kids Crew, presented by U.S. Bank, is back for the 2024 season. For just $35, get your little one set up like a super fan when they become an official Kids Crew member. Each kit comes with 6 2024 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and awesome Brewers merch like a City Connect jersey and limited edition sunglasses. Learn more at brewers.com/kidscrew.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. Guthrie and Fry protects the water in my house. Guthrie and Fry has provided expert advice, quality service, and reliable water since 1974. Owners Sue and Rob are well known and very generous in the local community for supporting great causes that change lives. We've got their water softener. We've got their reverse osmosis system. Our water is crisp, clean, and clear. GFwater.com. It's Guthrie and Fry.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
Attention business owners, don't forget about Section 179 tax breaks. Write off up to 100% of your truck purchase. As Milwaukee's truck headquarters, Ewald Automotive has the largest selection of heavy-duty vehicles to fit your business needs. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC, we've got them all. Plow trucks, work trucks, cargo vans, all job ready. Backed with our low price guarantee with additional savings up to $15,000. Shop now at ewaldcommercialtrucks.com. Consult your CPA for further tax advice. All sales final month end. Example, stock number DP212.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:37.
Bucks got the Magic in town tonight. Brandon Snide looks ahead in sports at 6:45.
Record-breaking holiday travel rush is now underway, Vince. That's right. One of the busiest days of the year at the airports is today.
I'm mixed up in this. I got my college kid coming home from New York.
Oh, excellent. How's that going so far?
Well, I get up at 3:30 in the morning. That's when the alarm clock goes off. At 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Eastern, phone's something's going on at work. She's like, I'm in the Uber.
Okay, good.
Which is good. I wanted to know that, but yeah. So she is apparently on the plane. So
excellent.
We are tracking this.
Excellent. All right. If you wanted to guess or had to guess, how many flights do you expect to take off today?
Takeoffs, domestic U.S. takeoffs today. 4,312.
5 million. I'm kidding. No, not 5 million. And you're wrong, too. 49,000 flights today.
Major airlines say most passengers will fly today through Saturday. Delta says it will transport nearly 9 million passengers over the holiday. American expecting more than 12 million. And United Airlines saying this Christmas season will be its busiest on record, transporting around 9 million passengers over the holiday with nearly 4,000 flights each day.
ABC's Gio Benitez there. So hopefully this goes well. Here's what the United Airlines Senior VP of Chief Communications had to say. You'll appreciate this line.
Those planes are going to be full. The airports are going to be full. I'm not going to sugarcoat that.
Okay.
All right.
It's going to be a heavy lift here.
Hack your patience, I guess is what he's trying to say.
Well, I was off by a factor of 10.
Yeah.
It's a lot of airplanes in the sky.
Yeah, move a zero.
6:38 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it all when you shop at St. Vincent de Paul. Old things, new things here for you. We're always changing. We're always new. So many friendly people, smiles from wall to wall. You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul. You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
So the holiday is quickly approaching. You've gotten your pajamas. You're all good. Nothing else to worry about for Christmas. But now you got to start thinking about next year. Tri-County Contracting's got you covered. You got to get on their schedule for their worry-free roof tune-up. This is when they jump on your roof, make sure all is well. They'll do some quick fixes for you and extend the life of your roof. They do this at Tri-County Contracting, and the time is now that are scheduling for next year. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Schedule,
Quit
get it on the
making
calendar.
fun of my jammies, Reed.
I'm saying you got to get it on the calendar, and Tri-County Contracting can help with
that can be a gift, though, right? If your significant other, husband, wife, somebody, if they're always worried about, hey, we got to get them that gift, I'm going to get this taken care of.
Correct. Here's the website, TriCountyContractingWI.com, TriCountyContractingWI.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for one of the very special places in our community. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. They offer early memory loss classes. They take care of people in your family who have dementia symptoms or other related cognitive declines. I'll tell you what, I've been in their facilities. They're special. They're incredible. I have an aunt who's in a facility. I know what it means to make sure your family's in the right place. That's Azura. It's compassion and empathy. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, AzuraLiving.com.
For your holiday dinners and meals in between, nothing is better than Sendik's Natural Black Angus Ground Chuck. Just $4.99 per pound all this week. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Traffic sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926. Boy, they're busy these last few days here before Christmas Day.
Oh, I'll bet, man. Everybody's trying to get their food ready and everything. Ooh, crazy. At this point, we are looking really good out on the roads right now. The freeway system is nice and clear. No incidents to report there. However, Gulf Road and Graywood Lane, this is just east of Highway 83. Looks like they are doing some investigation for an incident there. So just want to be extra careful as you're making your way through that area if you do have to do that. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today, cloudy and more mild, a slight chance for an evening sprinkle, high temperatures in the low 40s, a chance for a shower overnight, mostly cloudy with lows dipping back into the upper 30s. An evening rain shower possible for our Friday, otherwise mostly cloudy, high of 46. We'll hold on to the cloud cover for Saturday, still mild, highs in the upper 40s, a chance for evening showers on Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 53, and the rain chances continue into Christmas Day, mostly cloudy with a high of 50. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
38 our temp in Milwaukee.
It's time to celebrate an everyday hero presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Azura Memory Care. This is when we celebrate, Vince, those average Johns or Jane Does that had no idea that when they got up that morning they would be saving a life.
I heard you putting this one together this morning. This is a good one.
This one is a Johnny Doe, if you will. We head to Spokane Valley, Washington. Monica Bermudez suffers from regular seizures, part of a health condition she has. One day, she was in the house with her kids.
Last thing I remember, so I was with my son in the kitchen, and that's all.
That's all she remembers.
Uh-oh.
In the kitchen? That's all she remembers. She suffers seizures. She suffered one that moment. The only other two in the room were her 8-year-old son, Lionel, and her 1-year-old daughter. So what did the boy do? What did Lionel do? He called 911. He answered questions from the dispatcher. He explained the situation because he knew that his mother had had a condition that could lead to seizures. All the while, he was taking care of his tiny sister, who's 1 year old, walking around. She needed attention. Captain Josh Lofton with the Spokane Valley Fire Department tells News 4 now in Spokane.
What stuck with me for an 8-year-old boy was something I would expect from somebody in their 20s to 30s to be able to answer all those questions, do all that kind of stuff.
So here's the cool part. Lionel was honored with a life-saving award for his heroic actions.
His actions that day did make a huge difference in saving his mother's life.
Saved his mother's life because he stayed cool, calm, collected. He knew what to tell them. He knew how to handle his sister. His mom had only one word to describe him.
He's my hero, because if he wasn't for him, I don't know, maybe I'm not here.
Maybe I'm not here. And if you're ever in that situation, Vince, when someone needs immediate help, 8-year-old Lionel has this advice.
Just don't be scared. Be strong.
Be strong.
Be strong.
Don't be scared.
Hey, so for the rest of his life, how does he face any discipline? I noticed you haven't finished your vegetables. Yeah, I'm not eating them tonight. How do you like them apples?
You know, Mom, I did save your life that one time.
I am your hero.
Everyday Hero presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
Buying a diamond here just got a lot easier and a lot less expensive. Just in time for the holidays, Diamonds Direct has arrived. Now open on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. This is the game-changing concept that's sweeping across America with the largest selection of rare, precious diamonds, up to 30 times ordinary jewelry stores, from 1 carat to 20 carat diamonds, not on a computer screen, but actually in stock every day. Started by former diamond wholesalers, Diamonds Direct has diamond cutters around the world and tremendous buying power, delivering exceptional value and a world-class luxurious new showroom. This is no ordinary jewelry store. It's a diamond powerhouse, a true direct diamond importer that will forever change how people in Milwaukee buy diamonds and fine jewelry. We've needed a place like this for years. Now it's here. The all-new Diamonds Direct. Unmatched selection, uncompromising quality, and unbeatable value. Come celebrate with special savings now. The all-new Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Get details and learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
Here's a gift for the whole family. Excel Concrete Coatings. Do something that really improves your home or a space that you all use and enjoy, or take the time to improve the look, feel, and function of your business by slapping a beautiful concrete coating on your indoor space. It's colder weather now. Perfect time of year to redo an indoor space. Maybe it's at your office, or maybe it's like one of the guys here at work. He got that laundry room redone. Looks fantastic. They're not afraid to go in there and do the wash. Actually, it's kind of pleasant now. I'm telling you, I got that feeling in the garage. It's my garage. But I smile every time I go in there now, thanks to the folks at Excel Concrete Coatings. And the actual cost, really quite affordable. Most projects start as low as $1,500. And what they do is they come in, regardless of the condition that your concrete is in, they'll come in, they'll even it out, they seal up the cracks, they smooth everything out. Now you've got a nice uniform surface, and then you pick the color and the look of the coating that you want to go on top, and then they seal it up tight. So happy with my garage, how it looks right now. Again, I smile every day when I pull in, and you'll love the look of your business or your home space if you invite Excel Concrete Coatings. It's a nice local company to come in and top it off for you. The owners there are Greg and Luann. They're great people. They'll take your call directly. Look them up at excelconcretecoatings.com.
For your new roof, we'll give you the hands-down best lifetime workmanship warranty in the industry. You can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The Milwaukee Bucks will look for home win number 15 in a row tonight as they welcome in the Orlando Magic to Pfizer Forum to wrap up their 6-game homestand. The Bucks have listed Giannis as questionable due to a right foot sprain. Tip-off tonight set for 7 p.m. The Wisconsin Badgers have finalized their 2024 recruiting class. 22 players signing their letters of intent on Wednesday, as well as landing top recruit in 4-star defensive lineman Ernest Willard Jr. With Willard's commitment, the Wisconsin football program solidified a top 25 recruiting class for 2024. And lastly, the offseason stove heating up for the Brewers as Milwaukee agreed to a trade with the New York Mets on Wednesday afternoon. Brewers sending off pitcher Adrian Hauser and outfielder Tyrone Taylor. In return, Milwaukee receiving pitching prospect Coleman Crow.
It's time for Extra Points, a sports opinion commentary on Wisconsin's morning news. Here's Brendan Snide.
What a season this has been for the 2023 Green Bay Packers, and with still 3 weeks remaining, there is certainly more to come out of it. Look, if you told me back in April that this team, given the amount of injuries they would have, which has forced many rookies to step up and play, would still be fighting for a playoff spot in late December, I would have considered this season an immediate success. Now, in the same breath, if you had told me that the main reason they were on the outside looking in, and it wasn't because of their first-year starter in Jordan Love and the youth, I would have immediately known something must have gone south with, yet again, a Joe Barry-led defense. In a year where the chips were stacked high against head coach Matt LaFleur, for the most part, as bumpy as the season has been, he has proven he belongs where he is. However, with that being said, these last 3 weeks will prove to be the most vital part of his coaching career thus far. Even with coaching in big games, NFC championships, and breaking records, this Packers locker room and maybe the future of many players lie in the hands of their head coach. There is clearly some sort of split amongst players on the decision to retain and employ defensive coordinator Joe Barry after he allowed yet again in consecutive weeks the NFC Offensive Players of the Week. How does LaFleur handle that divide going forward? How does he remain loyal to his coaches yet allow his players who are clearly upset with those said coaches to have a voice and be heard? It is, without question, going to be the most important decision he makes, or rather, he doesn't make. In a game where the winners and losers are determined on the field, in my opinion, LaFleur's biggest battle is one that lays off the field.
Your weekly Bucks breakdown is back.
They want to win equally as bad as I do.
Bucks Weekly on WTMJ.
Now he joins a team where you have
as he has put it, the best player in the league.
And a new year brings new faces.
You'll see that I've gotten better year after year after year after year.
Get the latest news, analysis, and insight on your Milwaukee Bucks all season long. Bucks Weekly with Justin Garcia every Monday night at 8 on WTMJ. And catch the podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Everybody see that giant cookie display upstairs?
Giant is one word you could use.
I mean, there were multiple baskets.
It's
with
like 9 baskets.
Right, the edible cookie
with
the cookie
19
display.
cookies in each basket.
Yeah.
Giant ones.
You're welcome. You know why we got that?
Why?
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Gina Della over there sent over a bunch of cookies.
So I ate one that said Charlie on it. Was I not supposed to do that?
I think you're Charlie. There was one with my name on it. I shared it with Greg Pancake
That's nice
Hill,
of you.
producer of the program, and Ashton. But that was nice. That tells you what kind of people at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin they have. Gina and her whole team over there, they care enough to thank us for being good partners. They're going to take great care of you in your home. And here's the deal they're offering right now. You pay no money down, make no interest for 18 months. So you're not paying for your Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin until the summer of 2025. And you know they're rated number 1 for the highest value, highest quality, and most preferred by Milwaukee and Green Bay area homeowners. So here's a great deal. Replace those drafty old windows and doors, and you put no money down, no payments, and no interest. Nobody's offering 0% interest on anything right now for 18 months. This offer is around till the end of this month, so December 31st. All you got to do is schedule your free consultation today. You go to PellaWI.com to do it. I always recommend a visit to the showroom. Go ahead and check out the roll-away screens and the blinds that are hidden inside the glass. Work that all around. Certain restrictions apply. You can see the showroom for details.
Beyond where you play, there's a pickleball kingdom where you can take lessons, grab a bite to eat, shop the pro shop, or join a league. Pickleball Kingdom Brookfield is the newest professional indoor facility in the Milwaukee area with unlimited access to court time. They're offering over $100 off a 3-month membership gift certificate. Don't forget this perfect holiday gift in anticipation of Pickleball Kingdom's grand opening. Pickleball Kingdom Brookfield, opening spring 2024 at the Ruby Isle Shopping Center. pickleballkingdom.com/Brookfield.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy a $100 gift card from the amazing Mineshaft restaurant. Get a $20 gift card free. Boy, is that easy. Order online at mineshaftrestaurant.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
What do you got on the roads here, Deb?
A little bit of a backup along southbound 43, right past Capitol Drive. Nothing major, though. We've got a little bit of a backup on the northbound side as well, basically from Sutter Street up towards Keefe. Rest of the system moving along just fine, not seeing any other delays. I'm Debbie Lozga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Mostly quiet weather today, just a slight chance of sprinkles in the afternoon and a high of 43. Tonight, chance of shower and a low down to 39. Let's look at Friday, high of 46 with rain possible in the evening, just showers. Mostly cloudy and mild Saturday, high of 48. Christmas Eve on Sunday, high of 53 degrees with a chance of showers in the afternoon and evening, and rain showers possible on Christmas Day with a high of 50. Right now, 38 in Milwaukee.
Outside the carolers start to sing. I can't describe the joy they bring, 'cause joy is something they don't bring me.
You want to get in on Producer Pancake's playlist here, text the word jingle, Jingle, to the Old National Bank talk and text line, 855-616-1620. He'll blast that out with you. Some alternative Christmas music for this time of year. Bringing our teammate from ESPN Wisconsin, Jen Latta. And I was telling Eric before, Jen, I've got a holiday traveler right now, my college kid in New York, so 18 years old, who 6 months ago, I wasn't sure she was going to find her way home from school, much less find her own way home from New York, texting us every step of the way. I'm in the Uber, I'm at the airport, I'm on the plane, so far so good.
She's one of 115 million people they expect to be traveling over this holiday season. At some point, can y'all fill me in on the Pancake producer thing? Not right now, but Producer Pancake or however that came about. I would love to understand the backstory there.
Oh, yeah, there's lore. There's origin story.
So we were traveling back from a family trip on Monday evening, and we had a delay out of Orlando, an hour and a half delay. Now, when your connection is like an hour, right, which seems reasonable in this day and age, an hour, if you just kind of know what you're doing and you boppity bop, bop, bop from gate to gate, that's no issue. As somebody who travels very regularly, like, man, I've done like 27-minute layovers before. But
it's tight, but you can do it.
The delay was on the airline. And then we were delayed getting into Atlanta, and then we missed our flight to Milwaukee. Now, I ran like Tom Cruise in every movie he's ever been in through the airport, got to the gate.
Would you leave Dario with the kids?
I did.
Like,
and I was like, I'm going to go hold the plane, basically, right? Like, jumping over turnstiles and whatnot. Like, yeah, it was like, this is what I trained for. And I get there at 7:26. The plane was supposed to leave at 7:34. So you're inside that 10-minute window. But it was 6 of us in our traveling party. There were 2 other people going to Milwaukee. And then we saw 3 other people trying to make the Milwaukee flight. And so I don't understand how it can be cost effective for these airlines to then have to purchase hotel rooms for all of us, hotel rooms for that other party, food vouchers for all of us. So you're talking about like 12 people, 11 people that you're now making accommodations for. If you just had held the plane by 5 to 10 minutes.
Give me 10 minutes.
We're all on it. We're all getting home, right? Like, I don't understand how this all works. So that was my frustration this week, was like, why don't they have a window of, especially if it's their flight with the connection. Right? You can see it on the little mappy map, right? Like, you know where it is. So I don't understand like how these airlines work, and I just like wanted to issue a warning for people this time of year that like they ain't waiting. You know, like sometimes you'll sit on a plane and they'll be like, we've got a few people coming in from Albuquerque and that flight is slightly delayed, so we're just going to hang for about 10 minutes until they can get on the plane. Happy holidays, folks. That. Right? How come they come down to the plane?
Well, especially since sometimes you hear the captain speaking. We're going to make up a little time in the air.
100%.
Just a little bit.
Tailwind.
Throttle up a little bit.
Clear sky should be getting you into Milwaukee early tonight. Merry Christmas, everybody.
We're going to travel at 550 miles an hour. We're going to take that up to 575.
And why do all the pilots sound like John Tesh?
That's what you want to hear, right? They're super calm and chill.
So again,
is that a change in protocol? Why would they be different now? Is it just because 49,000 flights are taken off today that there are this many taking off?
Let me offer you one possible explanation. Is if you get bumped from your slot in the queue to take off, particularly at Hartsfield, when you're talking about Atlanta, like I think that's still the busiest airport in the country, right? Atlanta, you would think New York, but that's split into 2
or 3,
yeah, right? And LAX. So, but if you miss your spot in the queue, if you get bumped out of that could put you way off track. So it's might not be as simple as just 10 minutes out, because you might not be able to make that queue again for another hour.
And maybe you have pilots out there who listen to the station who can call in and weigh in and let us know.
Yep.
But I also said, I understand early in the morning when there's that domino effect of this delay will affect that delay, will affect that delay, right? Like the one that's going back and forth from Atlanta to Milwaukee is literally just ping-ponging between the 2 cities, right? So that would delay the next one and the next one and the next one. But at 7:34... There's nobody after you.
Just hang in there.
What I mean?
Hang in there for a minute.
So it was like, so anyway, this is my warning to everybody that, don't cut it close. It's, going to be a busy holiday season, and, enjoy the airport hotel in Atlanta if your travels go like ours did on Monday evening.
A little bonus day.
Yeah, bonus vacation day.
Thanks, Jen. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Business headlines are up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sean Ryan.
A new organization could be created to activate and oversee downtown Milwaukee's parks and plazas under a plan by the local Business Improvement District to attract more people. Leadership of Menominee Falls retailer Kohl's continues to evolve. Kohl's adds former Bath and Body Works executive Wendy Arlen to its board. Microsoft is the proud owner of another 1,050 acres in Mount Pleasant after completing a nearly $176 million land purchase last week. It now owns 2 square miles of the Racine County Village for future data center development. This is Sean Ryan with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members! Save 12% now through the 24th at Fleet Farm. No rebates,
No waiting. No mail-in forms or receipts. The added 12% savings coupon is for all members in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up in minutes to get your additional savings now. Forget the stamps or waiting for rebates. Save 12% during Fleet Rewards Appreciation Days. And thanks for shopping Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule. And the best ticket prices, all available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Lay it in between two defenders, and with that, Damian Lillard just crossed 20,000 points in his career.
He's a magic man.
The Bucks face off against the Magic at Fiserv Forum, with coverage starting tonight at 6 with Buck Shoot-Around on your home of the Milwaukee Bucks. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 7 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, December 21st. Our top story, a fatal crash near Delafield.
I'm Eric Bilstead. Allegations of racism in Westosha.
I'm Brandon Snide. The Bucks look to trick the Magic in search for win number 15.
Picking up around the area, but nothing major to slow us down. Maybe a quick tap of the brakes on northbound 43 right past Keefe. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cloudy and mild temperatures today with a slight chance of a sprinkle in the afternoon or evening with a high of 43 degrees. Chance of a shower tonight and a low down to 39. Right now we're at 39 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Developing this morning near Delafield, 2 people dead after a crash on Gulf Road. WTMJ's Adam Roberts getting some new information to the Breaking News Center.
That's right, Vince. Waukesha Sheriff Lieutenant Nick Wenzel saying deputies were attempting a traffic stop with a vehicle just off of Interstate 94 on Prospect Avenue in Waukesha County. The vehicle then fled the scene, and after a pursuit, the suspect vehicle crashing into a car on Gulf Road near Graywood Lane. 2 occupants of the suspect vehicle pronounced dead on the scene, and 4 others in the other vehicle taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. We'll continue following this story this morning live in the Breaking News Center. I'm Adam Roberts.
It's happened again. A basketball team at Beloit Memorial alleging racist behavior directed towards them at a game.
JV girls coach Jelana Johnson posting on Facebook says that after an altercation with an official during a game at Westosha High School Tuesday night, she received permission from the Beloit School District to leave the game early. As the team was exiting the gym, Johnson alleges a handful of cheerleaders, students, and parents started making animal noises and, quote, gesturing like a gorilla. Back in March, Beloit Memorial's boys basketball team reportedly found racist messages in their locker room while playing against Muskego. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A substitute teacher was removed from their assignment at Brown Deer Middle School after reportedly making an inappropriate statement to a class. TMJ4's Mary Jo Ola.
Students alerted school leaders who investigated immediately and ended the substitute's assignment for the day. It's not clear exactly what was said. The substitute teacher is employed by Teachers on Call. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company says it's deeply troubled by the report and pending an investigation. The teacher has been removed from all future assignments.
Teachers on Call supplies substitute teachers to several southeast Wisconsin schools.
About a half dozen Americans who've been imprisoned in South America set foot on U.S. soil at a Texas military base last night.
The State Department said the 6 who landed in San Antonio had been wrongly detained by Venezuela. Californian Savoy Wright had been held since October.
So much gratitude for the moment, for the United States of America, for
the opportunity to come home.
Besides the 6 who arrived in Texas, 4 more Americans were repatriated elsewhere. In exchange for those 10, the U.S. released a close ally of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and returned him to Venezuela. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
Coming up, pushing back Mother Nature. Signing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:05.
Griffin's Holiday Service Special is here. For just $179.95, enjoy an oil change, tire rotation, air filter, wiper blades, and a complete multi-point inspection. We'll even check your battery and make sure your car's heating is winter ready. Drive into any of our 5 Griffin dealerships and unwrap the gift of worry-free driving. 'Tis the season for happy savings and happy car. See Griffin for details.
Do you check your savings account and wonder if you're even saving at all? At Town Bank, we view banking differently and actually want to see your savings grow. With our amazing new CD rates, you can now earn even more, so you can sit back and relax. Stop banking the same way, expecting different results, and start earning more. Go to townbank.us/locknewrates or visit a Town Bank branch nearest you today. Bank differently with Town Bank. Member FDIC.
Small business owners can make a little of anything go a long way.
It's true. My bakery is made up of a little sugar, spice, and edible glitter.
Well, that's why U.S. Cellular is offering small businesses lines for as little as $19.99, plus $300 off any phone.
That's great. A little does go a long way. Unless we're talking sprinkles, everyone always needs more sprinkles.
Oh, of course. Get lines for $19.99 plus $300 off any phone today. U.S. Cellular. Built for business. Built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Hey, Sandy Max here. Have you heard about my friends at 3 Pillars? They're located on 300 gorgeous nature-soaked acres in Dousman, with over 10 miles of walking and biking trails crisscrossing the Bark River. This serene setting is also home to Wisconsin's top-rated continuing care retirement community. Continuing care means every facet: independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, and rehab. So whatever you need, 3 Pillars is the best, and you deserve the best in your retirement. Learn more at 3pillars.org.
You just can't pass on Less is Glass. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:07.
A private airing of grievances among the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Snide has that in sports at 7:15.
Today is expected to be one of the busiest days of the year at the airports across the country. Americans flocking to their holiday destinations.
This is Glenn Schuck at Newark Liberty Airport. The good news when you get here, most of the parking lots seem like there's plenty of room. The weather's actually good, but you go into places like Terminal B, huge lines well before dawn. Carrie Lynn and her family trying to stay calm.
Either there's delays or they're just understaffed. I don't know, whatever's going on. But yeah, I wasn't expecting looking like this Disney World going on right now.
While the departure boards don't seem to indicate many delays, a lot of these people are not going to make their flights. Glenn Schuck for CBS News at Newark Liberty.
In an effort to protest working conditions here at home, employees at Marquette University's Starbucks location have filed a petition to unionize.
Starbucks employee Ian Schubert says the decision was a long time coming.
My friends and family can't keep living under this establishment when not only our hours are being cut, health code violations are being ignored. We have an A on our door somehow.
Schubert says they're now preparing for the response of corporate Starbucks.
We are expecting to receive captive audience meetings. One of our strategies for that is to record the meetings, and then we file probably the NLRB. We file and then we win.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
In a statement to WTMJ, Starbucks says it welcomes the employees' vote on union representation.
Engineers in Iceland are attempting to protect a key power plant from lava outflows. Worries grow of another eruption from a volcano on that island nation.
Trying to counter Mother Nature. That's the proposition. Civil engineer Ari Gummitson.
We're doing this protection barrier for the power plant in Svartsengi, and the purpose of these barriers is to divert the lava from the low point where the power plant is located.
For now, the flow along the fissure is reducing, but no one knows if it's winding down and will reappear in the coming weeks, perhaps with a bigger eruption. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
Coming up, it's a 15-second video of a cat. Why is it such a big deal for NASA? That story next.
It's the last resort that comes with a grueling and painful recovery. And from what I've been told, it never really feels quite natural. A total knee replacement may make the pain you're living with eventually go away, but it opens up a Pandora's box of other possible issues. And that's why surgeons who really do care will tell you that it's a last resort. There are other surgeons who cry,
replace, replace!
But the physicians you'll find at Rejuvenex are primarily concerned with relief. And you may find out that the relief we give you helps so much so that you may not need to get that total knee replacement. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics. Our FDA-approved pain treatments aid inflammation and lubricate your joints. And in most cases, insurance has been shown to cover the costs. At Rejuvenex, we can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Checking in with Debbie here at 7:10.
All right, so far so good this morning. No major delays around the area and no incidents. Volume's definitely picking up, though, so keep that in mind. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today, cloudy and more mild. A slight chance for an evening sprinkle. High temperature of about 43 degrees. We'll look for the chance of a shower overnight. Most of us stay dry, otherwise mostly cloudy with lows dipping back into the upper 30s. A chance for some evening showers on Friday, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high of 46. The clouds continue into Saturday, still mild. Highs in the upper 40s. A chance for evening showers on Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 53. And the rain continues into Christmas Day, mostly cloudy with a high of 50 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Milwaukee temp at 39 degrees.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
It's about 7:12 on Wisconsin's Morning News. We've got the latest on these freed Americans who are back on U.S. soil after a prisoner swap deal with Venezuela. We've got more information on that coming out this morning, and we'll do that at about 7:20.
Including more on...
He's known as Fat Leonard.
Leave it at that.
It's a good backstory, Fat Leonard. NASA's super excited about this cat video. What do cats have to do with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration?
I would like to know.
From CBS News, the space agency announced this week it beamed ultra-high-definition video of a cat named Taters back to Earth from 19 million miles away. This is significant. It only took 101 seconds for that video to travel the 19 million miles, which is quite the milestone. So, for an assortment of reasons, which I'll inform you on in a moment. But you want to listen to the video that was sent back?
Yes, please.
Okay, here it is.
See, I told you he could drive.
Tonsils, look out!
Okay, no, that's not the video.
All right, wrong one.
Traversed, wrong. I must have fired the wrong
Very
audio.
funny.
Over the town, Tonsils, the driving cat.
Okay, it seriously was a cat, though. The cat, Taters, belongs to an employee at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California. They just needed some piece of video.
Sure.
Like, all right, here.
What's in my phone?
Video of my cat chasing around this laser pointer, right? NASA sent the video to space on a craft that's destined for a faraway asteroid, and then used something called a flight laser transceiver to blast it as an encoded near-infrared laser from the spacecraft to an observatory at Caltech in Southern California. So, all right, this is seriously this time. This is the video that was beamed through space some 19 million miles. And it's just this cat on dude's couch chasing around the laser pointer.
Yeah, a little laser thing.
It's a cute cat. It's
catchy.
tabby.
Yeah.
Name is Taters. But here's why all this, yes, thank you. All right. Here's why all this matters. The 15-second cat video was sent to Earth as an experiment for NASA's Deep Space Optical Communications. The space agency hopes to one day stream very high bandwidth video and other data from deep space, enabling future human missions beyond Earth's orbit. So as a communications tool, right, think of yourself in a video conference call or whatever. If you need real-time data on how to land something or get out of trouble or whatever. You can't be waiting for this giant delay.
Solve a problem, something like that, fix an issue.
Exactly. So the fact that they were able to do this in such high quality over 19 million miles is significant if we want to, as Bezos says, get to a billion people or trillion people in space, humans. So very significant. So if there is any alien life out there and they intercept this message, I guess this is what they're seeing.
Drives around all over the town. Tonsils, the driving cat.
Sports Sports is up next. It's sponsored by Holiday Automotive at Highway 23 in Fond du Lac. Holiday Automotive, it's worth the trip.
Greg Matzik here for Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac, where the Season of Inspiration sales event is on. Perfect timing to experience a new Mazda crossover with standard I-Active all-wheel drive and get more Mazda for your money and more for your trade. Now until January 2nd, well-qualified buyers can score enticing offers like 0% 5-year financing on the raved-about, versatile Mazda CX-5. Plus, enjoy no payments for 90 days on the entire lineup of new Mazdas. Connect with Holiday and navigate today's car market confidently. Enjoy their transparent, simplified buying approach and genuine award-winning guest care. It's the stuff that delights and makes fans of drivers from all over, and I'm one of them. You'll be in great hands with Wisconsin's #1 Mazda dealer, its top-selling Mazda certified pre-owned dealer, and the Badger State's only recipient of the prestigious Mazda President's Club Award on your side. Find yours and discover the difference during the Season of Inspiration on now at Holiday Mazda in Fond du Lac and at holidaymazda.com. It's worth the trip.
Discover wants everyone to feel special with 24/7 customer service as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
After dropping their last 2 games, the Green Bay Packers are officially on the outside looking in for the playoffs. The Packers defense gave up over 450 total yards in Sunday's loss to Tampa Bay, and many questions around the league have begun being asked with defensive coordinator Joe Barry and his job security. Could Green Bay possibly look to make an in-season move this year? ESPN's Adam Schefter.
There would have to be, in my mind, some sort of performance to warrant an in-season firing. Like, I mean, a disgraceful showing that leaves you no choice. And I don't see the Packers doing that. I mean, you know, they should have found a way to win the game on Sunday. They did allow the big pass to David Moore. Couldn't bring him down. I don't think you're firing the defensive coordinator over that. I don't think.
Shefty on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee this week. Head coach Matt LaFleur talking to the media on Wednesday, confirming the team did have a players meeting this week to begin airing out any issues they had on the defensive side of the ball.
We had a great meeting on Monday, a very open forum where anybody could speak, and there were some things that were said. But I do think we're all about finding solutions. How can we best communicate with one another? And it starts with myself, and it goes down to Joe and the assistants, down to our players. And then on the field, we need everybody communicating. So obviously that's a big-time point of emphasis, and just making sure that we understand not only what we're doing, but why we're doing it.
As far as on the field for the Pack, linebacker Devondre Campbell, safety Darnell Savage, receivers Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and guard Elton Jenkins, all not participating in practice on Wednesday as the Pack prepare for Carolina on Sunday afternoon. Over to the NBA, where the 20-7 Milwaukee Bucks are back to work tonight as they welcome in the Orlando Magic to close out their 6-game homestand at Pfizer Forum. The Bucks are winners of their last 5 games and will look to extend their home winning streak to 15. Bucks guard Cam Payne on when this team started to gel together.
Hey, man, that Indiana Pacer game, man, our camaraderie is at all-time high right now, and it's showing on the court. It's showing on the defensive end. We got everybody back, man. I just feel like it's a lot of camaraderie, and we keep building it.
The Bucks have listed Giannis as questionable tonight due to a right foot sprain. Milwaukee and Orlando tipping off tonight at 7 p.m. Bucks shoot-around will get rolling right here on WTMJ beginning at 6. And lastly, some baseball news, Vinny, as the stove is starting to heat up for the Brewers as Milwaukee sending off veteran pitcher Adrian Hauser and outfielder Tyrone Taylor to the New York Mets on a Wednesday in a trade. In return, the Brewers receiving pitching prospect Coleman Crowe. Although Crowe did have Tommy John surgery in August, he is expected to miss all of 2024. But if you were looking for some movement on the Brewers front, it is with the New York Mets. Maybe not what we anticipated with Craig Counsell, we thought might be going to New
movement,
York.
Right? Yeah,
but it is a trade nonetheless with Matt Arnold and his former boss and David Stearns.
Coming up, who is Fat Leonard and why is the U.S. grateful he is back in their custody? That story next.
'Tis the season to make some holiday magic of our own.
Lillard, he's had a big night. Shook his man, launches, and rips the cords from straight away. That corner, Connaughton couldn't finish, but Giannis sure did. Catches that one off the hop.
It's the Bucks taking on the Orlando Magic at Fiserv Forum.
Lobs up to Lopez, and he'll have the easy flush.
Our Bucks Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:30. We are the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Now's the time to get on the schedule for your commercial paving project for 2024. Vince Vitrano here for Johnson & Sons Paving. Booking the work in the winter here helps you make your budget for the next year and then puts the Johnson & Sons design team to work. They've got 2 civil engineers who are on their staff. They're superintendents and foremen with 2 decades of experience. There's nothing these folks haven't seen. They can work through any problem or issue that you're having on your property. I just heard from Jeff Johnson this week. Just checking in.
Yeah, how's my guy
well?
doing?
The family's doing well.
Love Jeff. Good
Right.
guy.
Looking forward to a prosperous 2024.
Oh, good.
And they'll check in on you. That's the great thing about working with a local company. Like they see every step of the way through on your project. You'll have a foreman and project supervisor out there on your property. They'll walk the property with you, listen to what you want for your commercial property, and then help you pick up a plan that will deliver. They can think outside the box too. Parking lot, drive, whatever it is in the budget that you can afford. And maybe you don't need a full rebuild. Talk with one of your project managers about a maintenance plan that extends the life of your parking lot or drive. Plenty of Johnsons over there, no subcontractors. It's johnsonsonspaving.com.
In the heart of downtown Milwaukee, there's an all-new Potawatomi Casino Hotel, where there's a table waiting for you at 12 bars and restaurants, a winning seat at 40 table games or 3,000 slot machines, plus the thrill of bingo, full-service sports betting, and more. Are you ready to spark something new? Light up your senses at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Explore more at paysbig.com.
There's an inviting holiday chill waiting for you at your local Merle Norman. Our holiday 2023 color collection is available now, featuring a gift-worthy opalized palette filled with 9 limited edition soft touch shadows. Pair your palette with 3 shades of crisp candy cane scented tinted lip balm, including neutral cashmere cream, a dimensional plum shimmer, and red sangria cream. Shop all holiday limited editions while supplies last at Merle Norman Cosmetic Salon and Spa at Brookfield Square.
Traffic is sponsored by the Delafield Brewhouse Restaurant and Brewery. Visit delafieldbrewhouse.com for daily specials.
On tap now, Sleigh Wreck Ale at the Delafield Brewhouse. A fine blend of 2-year-old Scotch ale, barley wine, and imperial stout, all bourbon barrel aged. The Delafield Brewhouse.
Let's get an update of the roads here at 722. Debbie.
Well, it's looking great right now, Vince. Really not seeing any delays. We are at full freeway speeds. No incidents up on the board either. So awesome. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast, I'll take you up to Christmas. Cloudy and more mild. Slight chance of a sprinkle this afternoon or evening and a high of 43. Chance of a shower tonight, low down to 39. Warm up continues then. Friday, high of 46. Showers possible in the afternoon. Saturday, mostly cloudy and mild, high of 48 degrees. Christmas Eve, Sunday, high 53 with a chance of showers in the afternoon and evening. And then on Christmas Day, Monday, rain showers and mostly cloudy with a not-so-festive forecast, high of 50 degrees. Right now, 39 in Milwaukee.
He's too fat for the chimney, too fat for the chimney. So open the door and let poor Santa Claus in. There's no
Santa ain't the only big guy. We'll get to that in a second. Big news yesterday for American diplomacy.
Free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last.
That's Savoy Wright telling ABC he is an overjoyed man today.
So much gratitude for the moment, for the United States of America, for all of you, and for the opportunity to come home.
So Wright is among 10 Americans, Vince, detained in Venezuela who were exchanged in a prisoner swap. They are now back home on U.S. soil as of this morning, the U.S. securing their freedom by granting clemency to an ally of Venezuela's president. So there's a big swap here, and you're going to hear a lot about these guys and whether or not this was a good deal or whatnot. A guy named Alex Saab, who faced money laundering charges here in the States, a bribery scheme linked to Venezuela's state-controlled exchange rate. He was basically, according to the U.S. Maduro, he's the Venezuela president, his bag man. Alex Saib. ABC's Mary Bruce says this was a significant concession given to the Venezuelan
This
president.
all comes as the Biden administration is trying to improve relations with Venezuela, the U.S. easing sanctions back in October after Maduro agreed to take steps toward free and fair elections. Tonight, President Biden saying they're making some progress.
Yeah, so the White House says they want a fair election in Venezuela next year. President Maduro has agreed to clean things up over there. The White House, though, and the states are prepared to retighten sanctions there if they need to do so.
That seems to be, in addition to the prisoner swap, one of the driving forces of what's in it for Venezuela. They're worried about this reinstatement of sanctions and the impact that it would have on their economy. And that might have been the driving force, even more maybe than the prisoner, than who did we give for whom.
Right. So we have these 10 Americans back home. That's great.
Okay, get to Fat Leonard.
There is another.
One hostage being held. Sent home is one who is going to be tried.
That's President Biden in Milwaukee on Wednesday talking about this guy. The Maduro government in Venezuela releasing a notorious defense contractor who is the mastermind of the largest corruption scandal in U.S. military history. His name?
He's known as Fat Leonard.
Oh, yes. That's his name.
Since he's like a historic, criminal, it's okay to fat shame him?
I guess so.
Is
Leonard
he even?
Francis, a.k.a. Fat Leonard.
Every reporter in America can't wait to say Fat Leonard in their piece, right?
Love it.
Leonard Glenn Francis, also known as Fat Leonard.
Yeah, it is.
I gotcha.
So who in the world is Fat Leonard, and what is his deal?
He's a notorious defense contractor who was the mastermind behind the largest corruption scandal in U.S. military history. A $35 million scheme where he used prostitutes, luxury travel, even suitcases of cash to bribe Navy officials and steer contracts to his company.
So he's now back in U.S. custody. 5 by 5, there you go. So he's taller than 5 feet tall, but he's still a bigger dude, I guess.
I haven't seen a full body shot of him. We were looking.
We've been trying to find
look,
one.
folks, I promise, we looked.
So here's the
It's
deal.
just like the mugshot.
Navy sailors nicknamed Leonard Francis Fat Leonard for a specific reason. Because of his 350-pound frame and his 6'2" height.
Fat man can really jump it for a fat man.
So anyway, the good news.
So other Navy sailors knew old Fat Leonard was around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this guy is notorious.
Dressing up the brass.
$35 million bribery scheme, the largest corruption scandal in history. In 2015, he pleaded guilty. He escaped, ran to Venezuela. They had him, and we wanted him back, so now he's back in U.S. custody and will be tried.
Still looking for that full body shot. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's pulling back now. Down nearly 500 points to 37,082. The NASDAQ at 14,778. That was off 225 points in trading on Wednesday. And the S&P 500 closed down 70 to 4698. The Annex Wealth Management Year-End Tax Planning Guide is here. Download yours at annexwealth.com.
Mr. 5 by 5. He's 5 feet tall and he's 5 feet wide.
Companies are in the midst of open enrollment. I know we are here at Good Karma Brands with R&R Insurance. To shed some light on the topic is Jeff Salasinski, VP of Insurance Operations.
Thank you, Vince. A benefit understood is a benefit appreciated. Knowing how to best communicate your benefits will help your employees understand their options, guide their decision-making, and increase their sense of value and engagement. R&R Insurance can show your business how to use your benefit program to attract and retain employees. In this tight labor market, you need every competitive advantage.
So, Jeff, what's the solution?
At R&R Insurance, we help employers brand their benefit packages in a customized, easy-to-understand fashion, taking out the complex and confusing nature of shopping for health insurance. With our latest mobile technology, your employees will have easy, immediate access to benefit information for themselves and their families 24/7. At R&R Insurance, we know employee benefits.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members! Save 12% now through the 24th at Fleet Farm. No rebates, No waiting. No mail-in forms or receipts. The added 12% savings coupon is for all members in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up in minutes to get your additional savings now. Forget the stamps or waiting for rebates. Save 12% during Fleet Rewards Appreciation Days. And thanks for shopping Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
Jesus tells us that he will remain with us for all time. This is Archbishop Listecki. It's Advent, and as Catholics, we're spreading the word about the real presence of Jesus Christ. The wonderful way Jesus stays with us is that he gives himself to us in the Eucharist. He is truly present. During Mass, the bread and wine become the body and blood of Christ, and we receive Jesus in communion. So join us at Mass and experience the presence of Jesus in the Eucharist.
Our patient's most common regret statement? I just wish I would have done this sooner.
Find out more at AdventKnows.com, because breathing well will help you live better. AdventKnows.com.
It's 7:30. I'm Adam Roberts. Your top story: 2 dead following a vehicle pursuit in Waukesha County.
I'm Debbie Lozga. We're looking good across the whole area. Nothing major to slow you down. I'm Debbie Lozga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Right now we've got cloudy skies and 38 degrees in Milwaukee.
ABC News. I'm Derek Dennis. Today's a big travel day, the busiest ahead of Christmas. The TSA expecting to screen 2.5 million airline passengers nationwide. Many travelers crossing their fingers.
As far as cancellations and delays, largely smooth sailing with just a few disruptions. At LaGuardia Airport on Wednesday, the TSA says it removed 17 bullets hidden inside a diaper in one traveler's carry-on bag. Reagan National outside Washington, agents stopped a man with this loaded handgun and an unattended bag, leading to brief delays at Charlotte's Douglas International.
ABC's Gio Benitez. Some holiday travel in the West is being hampered by heavy rain, drenching Southern California. Flood watches are in effect through tomorrow in many places with the threat of mudslides. And in Texas, several Americans released in a prisoner swap with Venezuela landed at a San Antonio military base overnight. The Biden administration brokering the deal by granting clemency to a Venezuelan diplomat who faced money laundering charges. This is ABC News.
Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 7:31. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, 2 people confirmed dead this morning in Waukesha County following a vehicle pursuit. Waukesha Sheriff Lieutenant Nick Wenzel says deputies attempted a traffic stop just off I-94 on Prospect Avenue this morning. After the vehicle fled the scene, the suspect's vehicle crashed into a car on Gulf Road near Graywood Lane in the town of Delafield. 2 occupants of the suspect vehicle were pronounced dead on the scene. 4 others in the other vehicle were taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. A substitute teacher removed from their assignment at Brown Deer Middle School after reportedly making an inappropriate statement to a class. TMJ4's Mary Jola.
Students alerted school leaders who investigated immediately and ended the substitute's assignment for the day. It's not clear exactly what was said. The substitute teacher is employed by Teachers on Call. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company says it's deeply troubled by the report, and pending an investigation, the teacher has been removed from all future assignments.
Teachers on Call supplies substitute teachers to several southeast Wisconsin schools. Planned Parenthood in Sheboygan is preparing to resume abortion services next week. Meanwhile, pro-life advocates are gearing up for a fight.
We'll be there the 28th, so we will have a presence, a strong presence.
Legislative Director for Pro-Life Wisconsin, Matt Sandy, tells WTMJ, in addition to being at the Planned Parenthood Clinic in Sheboygan when it opens on Thursday the 28th,
we're looking at other things too.
Sandy says their goal will be to strongly encourage women to choose alternative options.
Trying to encourage women to go to a pregnancy resource center to get their free ultrasound, the free pregnancy tests, all the services that they supply.
Wyatt Barmar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
An investigation is underway in Madison after donation money was stolen from a car in a church parking lot. Madison Police Captain Michael Hansen tells WISC-TV that money was intended to buy gifts and donations for the church. The owner of the car says the thief ran off with $1,300 and 2 smartphones. Captain Hansen says it's a reminder that parked cars are often targets for theft. And recent data shows population growth in the greater Milwaukee area has been very slow over the last 20 years. Metropolitan Milwaukee Association of Commerce President Tim Sheehy tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News the numbers and what they mean.
The city of Milwaukee's population has grown by only 3% and the state by 10%. So this really slow growth means that we have to do a better job of developing the talent we have, recruiting people in. This country has to figure out a reasonable door to immigration.
In the last official census in 2020, Milwaukee's population was just over 577,000. The metro population sits at around 1.6 million people. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 7:34.
Can AI help keep your packages from being stolen? That story coming up next. News is sponsored by Griffin Ford, Griffin Chevy on Metro Auto Mall, and Griffin's Hub Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
This holiday season, give your car the gift of care with Griffin's Holiday Service Specials. For just $179.95, our expert technicians will pamper your ride from bumper to bumper. Get a complete oil change, thorough tire inspection and rotation, a fresh air filter, new wiper blades, and a meticulous multi-point inspection to ensure everything's in top shape. But wait, there's more. We'll even check your battery and make sure your car's heating is holiday ready. Don't let winter weather get the best of your vehicle. Head to any of our 5 Griffin dealerships and unwrap the gift of worry-free driving. 'Tis the season for happy savings and happy car. See Griffin for details and restrictions.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Happy holidays. Yep, they are here. Hey, it's WTMJ's Brian Z. The holidays right around the corner. It's time for parties, family time, photos around that tree. Make sure your teeth are looking their best. Go see my guy, Dr. James Michaels at Oconomowoc Dental Care. You know about Dr. Michaels. I tell you about him all the time. Whether you or your family need a simple cleaning and exam, a more complex dental procedure for an ache or a pain, a teeth whitening, an implant, Dr. Michaels and the team at Oconomowoc Dental Care will always make you as comfortable as possible while you're in the chair and give both you and your family an amazing smile. At Oconomowoc Dental Care, affordable quality dentistry no longer a dream. It's the reality. Dr. Michaels' fantastic staff can help you out with a no-interest payment plan, no financial stress this holiday season. We all have to go to the dentist, so do not wait any longer. Go see my guy, Dr. James Michaels at Oconomowoc Dental Care.
Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 7:37.
Bucks got the magic in town tonight. Brandon Snide looks ahead in sports. What was he saying? Was it 14 in a row at home?
Yes.
So this would be 15. That's good math by me. But you don't get anything for just home wins.
Yeah, but we're getting
close. It's got to be in a row.
I mean, we've had a few in a row.
I think that's only like 6.
Hey, getting there.
Halfway to hamburgers?
Tall Sherpers.
That's only for brewers, right?
No.
Couple more we'll be asking for free stuff.
An estimated 260 million packages disappeared in the U.S. last year, according to Safewise. You know, we have these porch pirates or whatnot.
260 million packages.
Yeah.
Only 350 million people?
Hey,
in
we
the country?
order a lot of stuff.
I do. That's
I
fair.
think we have ordered 100 million things at our house alone. UPS has begun using AI now.
They've opened a little warehouse on your cul-de-sac.
Right. They know us all by name and all. UPS has begun using AI to help fight package thefts or identifying which houses may be targeted ahead of time.
In a lot of ways, this just makes sense. Taking data they already have about the package thefts that have happened around a home and identifying where these thefts are likely to happen, and then acting on that by offering customers to reroute packages to stores instead is an easy way to fight this problem.
That's CBS News tech contributor Ian Scher there. It really makes sense. So basically what you're doing is that when you use the data you already have that suggests that could happen because it's happened before at that block or at that house, and you say, hey, how about we send it here instead and you pick it up at, the UPS shop here or elsewhere?
Is that because you may not know that your neighbors have had stuff ripped off or whatever?
If you have the data, why not use that data correctly? 17% of Americans have had a package stolen in the past 3 months.
Man, and some of that video is incredible. Like people just walking right up to the porch, I'll take this is mine now.
You see the one where the guy's hiding under the road barrel, like the construction barrel?
No.
Slowly moves up.
Like a cartoon?
Yeah, it moves up, gets under the...
You're making that up.
I am not making that up. You see the barrel slowly walk all the way up to the porch, steal a package, and I mean, you got to give it
Okay, credit
for
for creativity, right? 10 points for style. This news report brought to you by Steinhoffels. Visit them at steinhoffels.com.
Shop Steinhoffels and get a Queen Tempur-Pedic mattress for just $52 per month when you use Steinhoffels 60-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Shop in-store and online at steinhoffels.com. Steinhoffels is your mattress destination.
Steinhoffels Furniture and Mattress Superstores have something for everyone. Shop great deals on quality living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, mattresses, and more. Plus, you can use Steinhoffels special financing. Relax and start your shopping on steinhoffels.com today.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring great tips on how to operate your home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
With Social Security, the longer you wait, the more money you may get. Deciding when to start taking your Social Security benefits is one of the most important retirement decisions you'll make. Our team of advisors at Drake & Associates can show you the options and help you decide on the best decision for you and your situation. You spent decades paying in, optimize what comes out. Our experienced team can help you squeeze every penny out of your Social Security benefits. I'd love to get you our Retirement Ready Toolkit, which includes guides such as the Social Security decision. To receive this complimentary toolkit, call or text SS to 414-409-9982. That's calling or texting SS to 414-409-9982.
Investment advisory services provided by Drake & Associates, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products are offered through a separate company, Loft Financial Advisory Group, LLC, a Wisconsin insurance agency. Clients are under no obligation to purchase any recommended insurance products.
741, let's get an update on the roads, Debbie.
All right, southbound 43, hitting the brakes a bit from Hampton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Starts to let up once you get past Keith. Excuse me. The northbound side is actually slowing down just a bit from Locust up to Keith. Rest of the system looking pretty good. Eastbound 94, maybe a little bit tight through the stadium interchange. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today, cloudy and more mild, a slight chance for an evening sprinkle, high temperatures topping out in the lower 40s, a chance for a shower overnight, otherwise mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 30s. It is a mainly cloudy day for our Friday, a chance for some evening rain showers, highs in the mid 40s. We'll dry things out on Saturday, still mild, highs in the upper 40s. A chance for evening showers again on Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 53, and rain showers around for Christmas Day, mostly cloudy with a high of 50 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
39 degrees, our temp in Milwaukee.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings.
1042 on Wisconsin's Morning News. That can't be real. And here's why. Because it's too fast. Eric just had the story about how AI is helping people, UPS specifically, identify areas that might be ripe for porch pirates. So
right, yes.
Informing homeowners, hey, you might want to make some alternate arrangement for picking up your package. And then he was telling this story about how there's a guy caught on one of these Ring doorbell cameras who was using not a traffic cone, like the barrels, like orange barrel like you see on the freeway.
Oh, you see tons of them on the freeway.
Right.
They're everywhere. I did just email it to you, Greg. I don't know how quickly we could get it up there, but just throw it on.
You think Pancake can put it on the live stream?
Well, I don't know.
Text the word watch
He is surprised.
to the Old National Bank talk and text line, which is 855-616-1620. And you can watch us here in the studio any morning.
Basically, you see the traffic cones slowly move up onto the stoop, cover the package, and then walk away, and the package disappears.
See, the image that I had in my mind was sort of cartoonish, the music that would go with it was ba-dum, boom, boom.
Well, we could add music to it. Sure.
And then, the barrel would go a few steps and then stop, and then go a few steps and then stop.
Okay.
But there was no stationary. It was like the guy was just wearing it. He looked like a mascot.
Well, the trick basically is to not
walked up with this thing and then walked
Didn't have
off.
the sound effects of the feet going. Pinky, pinky, pinky.
Yeah.
Right.
The bigger issue is just not being identified, right? So it doesn't matter what you're covered in as long
I
as...
got 2 words for you: ski mask.
Exactly.
Geez,
What are we doing here? UPS
helping?
is like, hey, guys, shut the hell up.
Right. I don't think it was.
So Greg's working on it, but it might be a minute or two. We can still throw it
Run
up
it
there.
during the commercial.
Sure.
What do you think, Pancake? Greg's looking confused at the software at the moment. Please watch anyway. 7:44. Brandon Snide has sports up next.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 800-857-7979. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. Plus, I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 800-857-7979. 800-857-7979. That's 800-857-7979.
Happy solstice, and now we're on the upswing. Hi, everybody. Debbie Lazaga here for Hall Mazda, and yeah, it's the day with the least daylight, but you know what's still bright? Hall Mazda's season of inspiration. That's right, even if it feels like nighttime all the time, Hall Mazda has the brightest deals on the Mazda CX-5, voted the best compact SUV car by Car and Driver and J.D. Power. They've got plenty, the largest inventory since COVID, and it's a good thing too, with deals like 0% APR and 60 months. These are going to fly off the lot. It may be darker, but it's also cozy time. The comfort you get in these cars is wonderful. And with their driver-centered design and comfy family feel you get when you're working with the gang at Hall, it's going to be great. If you're at all looking for a new sleigh, I'm telling you, you got to get over to Hall Mazda in Brookfield. It's Hall good.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semperfi.
Semperfiroofing.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Hang on, can I step on your sports team for a
Absolutely.
second? All right. Greg Pancake Hill, producer of Wisconsin's Morning News, has expertly uploaded the video to our live stream here of Porch Pirate using traffic barrel to steal a package.
The dedication.
So you can watch the live stream. You go to the website, just click on the Watch Live now on our app as well, or you can text the word WATCH to the Old National Bank talk and text line 855-616-1620. See, he's moving too fast.
Now, I should point out, this isn't new either, by the way. That this video popped up.
Run it again. Can you run it again?
Back.
See, he's not stopping. It has to be a ding, 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 ding. He just swallows up the package.
Vacuums up the package.
And then just walks. I'm telling you, he looks like a mascot. Looks like one of the sausages. Hey, I'm traffic cone guy. Just missing a couple of arms and a face hole. That's fake.
You're not buying it?
Nope, not buying it.
All right.
You think that's fake?
I don't. If you were using that methodology to swipe a package, wouldn't you have stops in there? Right? You go a few feet and then you stop.
It's covering your face.
Yeah,
Again,
probably.
Ski mask. Go ahead.
All right, let's do
All right,
Is it sports?
Sports. After losing in back-to-back weeks, the Green Bay
And
Packers.
that's sports. Thanks, Brandon.
The Green Bay Packers are facing a must-win situation this week to keep their playoff hopes alive. For quarterback Jordan Love, the goal for this team is rather crystal clear.
3 opportunities to go out there and get a win. The goal right now is to get to 9-8, and then obviously let the playoffs kind of play themselves out and see if we can get a shot in there. But obviously bouncing back after 2 tough losses. We just got to find a way to go win these last 3.
The Packers need to find a way to win, but they could be without a handful of players once again come Sunday afternoon, including middle linebacker Devondre Campbell, who tweeted out on X this week, he doesn't intend to play injured anymore.
Dre's a guy that obviously I go back a long time with. I know it's frustrating. You look at the first, I think, 6 years of his career, I don't think he missed a game. And then the last 2, he's missed some games and he's been battling through. Certainly, I think that comes with a lot of frustration when you don't feel you're at your best because of health reasons. And so we just think it's best at this time to kind of give him the week, and we'll see where we're at.
Also not practicing on Wednesday was receivers Christian Watson and Jaden Reed, safety Darnell Savage, and guard Elton Jenkins. Over to college football, where the next class of Wisconsin Badgers players made it official on Wednesday. 22 players signing their official letter of intent with the program under head coach Luke Fickell in his first full cycle. And with landing its top recruit in Ernest Willard Jr., the Badgers helped secure a top 25 class for 2024.
To see how strong the logo, to see how strong the brand really is, to kind of stretch over 13 different states with a lot of really, really good football players and guys we targeted for a long time, I see how strong this logo and this brand is. The ability to go across the United States and find the players that we need to be successful in doing the things that we want to do is really, really impressive.
Lastly, to the NBA, where the Milwaukee Bucks are back to work tonight as they get set to host the Orlando Magic to put a bow on their 6-game homestand. The Bucks have taken advantage of some home cooking, winning their last 15 games at Fiserv Forum, their longest win streak since the 91-92 season.
Crowd is on your side. On the road, when the team makes a shot, it feels like the end of the world sometimes. You need to call a timeout. And I think on our home floor, there's just so much to cheer for. Giannis is dunking. BP get into a fight and the crowd start going crazy. It's so much to cheer for, and there's just a lot of energy in the building. When you feel that, it's like a sense of urgency. It's a sense of pride and wanting to get it done.
Milwaukee and Orlando tipping off tonight at 7 p.m. Hopefully you get a BP fight or a Giannis dunk. He's questionable tonight with a right foot sprain, but we'll get you ready.
I love Bobby as enforcer.
Yeah, you need it.
Yep.
You need that type of player on your team. Buck shoot around getting you ready tonight here on WTMJ beginning at 6.
Hey, I want to ask Tausch a little bit more about this airing of grievances that took place at 1265 Lombardi Avenue. Mark Tauscher joins us next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Once the final whistle blows, Bucks Talk with Justin Garcia is on the air. Recap every Bucks game, win or lose with Bucks Talk.
To borrow from Mike McCarthy, I am just looking for this team to stack successes. Find one thing that works, keep doing it, and build on it that way.
It's Bucks Talk with Justin Garcia.
Oh, God. You said Mike McCarthy. Oh, Justin. My God. That's horrible.
Only here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Well, Santa has been talking about a very special gift you can unwrap now, but pay for a year and a half later. Let Pella replace your leaky windows and doors while you put no money down and make no payments with no interest for 18 months. Pella's elves install year-round and can finish installation in as little as a day. Hurry up, though. This incredible deal ends on December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for my friends at Kohler Services. Are you thinking about updating your bath or shower? Well, turn to Kohler Services for end-to-end bath and shower remodeling, where Kohler design consultants and installers do the work for you. Family-owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. Start enjoying your bath or shower right now with a special offer. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
For your holiday dinners and meals in between, nothing is better than Sendik's Natural Black Angus Ground Chuck. Just $4.99 per pound all this week. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
All right, we got some delays. Southbound 43 coming in from before Hampton Avenue all the way down towards Center Street. The northbound side backing up just north of Fond du Lac Avenue up towards Keefe. We've also got northbound 41 slowing down from about Burleigh up to Hampton, and westbound 94 heading through the Stadium interchange, just a little bit backed up from just west of 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. High of 43 degrees today with a slight chance of a sprinkle in the afternoon. Chance of a shower tonight, low down to 39. And for your Friday, 46 degrees the high with rain showers possible in the afternoon and evening. Right now at 39 in Milwaukee.
Idea Man.
Teams used to say, and this was Tampa Bay, other teams would basically tell their players that if they didn't play well or if they were acting out, that they would send them to Green Bay.
Innovative.
And now Green Bay is looked at as one of the places that you want to go. If it's about football, this is where you want to go.
And Packers Hall of Famer.
I think Reggie White had a huge part in changing that narrative.
It's time for Tausch on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Kohler Services.
Mark Tauscher on Wisconsin's Morning News is sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and by Kohler Services. So there was an airing of grievances in Green Bay. Sounds like Festivus came a little early.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
So Tausch, we had a family meeting up there at 1265 Lombardi Avenue where head coach Matt LaFleur said we got the guys together and let them talk. You ever been in one of those?
Yeah, I have. And there's been a few times, and I think it's always healthy because you hear, it doesn't matter what job you're in, you want to be communicating and you want to make sure everybody understands where you're coming from. And then you typically just feel like you have that freedom now and that everybody understands where you're coming from. And then you're either going to do something different and make some adjustments that will make things better, or you won't. And so when you have a team or a players only meeting, I can remember it was 2009. We did that, I think, after we lost to a winless Tampa team, and it got personal. It was raw, but it was awesome. I think everybody walked out of there. At least I understood where the receiving core was coming from. They understood where the O-line was coming from. Did that mean everything was going to be swimmingly beautiful after that? No, it wasn't. But at least you knew what was happening. Now, on the flip side of that, if you see a team have more than one players only meeting, and this happens more than once, you might as well say deuces beat it a season, because that means nothing came through. People are even more frustrated, and the season will be a wash. So that's kind of the give and take. But I actually really like when you hear, the players will get together and have those discussions, because that typically means that you're confident that people are going to do some things different and that you're going to improve.
Is it ever someone standing up and saying, hey, we got to be better, and the person who's speaking, you're like,
that guy?
You're the one, Darren College, throwing a fit? Is it ever?
Dang, what did Darren College ever do to you?
He was fine. He was a good player.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if it's anybody's office, think about this at your work. If you're at work and they say, all right, company meeting, everybody stand up, and there's the guy who everybody knows is loafing, just a beanbag sitter.
And they're up there.
And he's standing up going, yeah, a lot of folks don't work too hard around here. You're like, oh, yeah, you?
I'll say there's certain players have a little more gravitas when they're talking, and you'll maybe perk up. But on the flip side of that, I think it's always a lot more powerful. There were some guys that would talk all the time, and there were the team leaders and the vocal leaders, but it was always even a little bit more powerful when you had a steady, like a guy that you knew was doing his job, was working, and when they spoke, it always was a little bit more meaningful than even if it was a Favre or Rodgers or somebody else, because they didn't do it all the time. And you knew that it was a big deal. And especially if you see that passion, those are the kinds that actually can really turn a script on maybe something bad that's happening and really open a lot of people's eyes.
Name names. Who are the hidden leaders that stood up?
Darren College.
That's the aforementioned. Thanks, Tausch. We'll see you tomorrow.
You bet.
Business headlines up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sean Ryan.
Kohl's is seeking insight from a retired former Bath & Body Works executive. Wendy Arlen was Bath & Body's CFO and joins Kohl's board to work on its audit committee. Microsoft now owns 1,365 acres in Mount Pleasant after completing a second major land purchase last week. The company paid the village and a private landowner $176 million in separate deals this month. Milwaukee's Downtown Business Improvement District wants to create a new organization to activate public spaces such as parks or plazas. That is one of its strategies to attract more foot traffic. This is Sean Ryan with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Attention business owners. Don't forget about Section 179 tax breaks. Write off up to 100% of your truck purchase. As Milwaukee's truck headquarters, Ewald Automotive has the largest selection of heavy-duty vehicles to fit your business needs. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC. We've got them all. Plow trucks, work trucks, cargo vans, all job ready. Backed with our low price guarantee with additional savings up to $15,000. Shop now at ewaldcommercialtrucks.com. Consult your CPA for further tax advice. All sales final month end. Example stock number DP212.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
Have you heard about the game-changing jewelry store that's now open just in time for the holidays? It's Diamonds Direct on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Diamonds Direct, started by former diamond wholesalers who decided to stop selling to jewelry stores and start selling direct to the public. No middleman, no nonsense, no pricing games. It's the only store here with a nationwide low price guarantee. And the selection is mind-blowing. Hand-picked diamonds in all shapes and sizes, from a half carat to 20 carats. And case after case of earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets. It's like shopping 30 stores at once. Plus, Diamonds Direct has all the designer rings women want. Names like Verragio, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more. If you're getting engaged or thinking jewelry for any occasion, your timing is perfect. A real direct diamond importer has finally arrived in Milwaukee with values you never thought possible. Discover the jewelry shopping concept that's sweeping across America. Now open here on Mayfair Road in front of Mayfair Mall. Learn more and get details at diamondsdirect.com.
Get your rock solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at ACCUNET.com.
He will lay it in between 2 defenders, and with that, Damian Lillard just crossed 20,000 points in his career.
He's a magic man.
The Bucks face off against the Magic at Fiserv Forum, with coverage starting tonight at 6 with Buck Shoot-Around on your home of the Milwaukee Bucks. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Coming up on 8:02 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Good morning, I'm Vince Vitrano. It's Thursday, December 21st. Our top story, medical marijuana talks resume in Madison.
I'm Eric Bilstad. A chase turns deadly in Delafield.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and looks like we've got a bit of a backup along southbound 43 from just before Hampton Avenue all the way down towards Burleigh. The northbound side heavy from Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. Rest of the system looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
High of 43 degrees today in your Storm Team forecast with cloudy skies. Slight chance of a sprinkle in the afternoon and evening and a chance of a shower tonight. Mostly cloudy, low down to 39. That's where we are right now. We're at 39 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Wisconsin Republicans plan to unveil a proposal soon that would legalize marijuana in the state, and they could vote on it sometime in 2024. WTMJ's Adam Roberts live at the Breaking News Center.
That's right, Vince. Important to clarify, this would be medical marijuana, and those plans coming from the vocalization of Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who has in the past said he would back some form of medical marijuana program. Vos says Assembly Republicans are on board with the current concept, but no one has seen the actual proposal yet. Back in January, Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu said a bill to create a medical marijuana program could pass this legislative session as long as regulations would be put forward to ensure it is for those in serious pain. Live in the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts.
2 people confirmed dead this morning in Delafield following a police chase there. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Office says deputies attempted to Make a traffic stop off of I-94. This is on Prospect Avenue. After the vehicle took off, the driver inside drove away. The suspect crashed the vehicle on Gulf Road near Graywood Lane in Delafield. The 2 occupants of the vehicle were pronounced dead. 4 others in another vehicle were taken to the hospital with unknown injuries.
A substitute teacher removed from his or her assignment at Brown Deer Middle School after reportedly making an inappropriate statement to a class. TMJ4's Mary Jo Ola.
Students alerted school leaders who investigated immediately and ended the substitute's assignment for the day. It's not clear exactly what was said. The substitute teacher is employed by Teachers on Call. In a statement, a spokesperson for the company says it's deeply troubled by the report and pending an investigation, the teacher has been removed from all future assignments.
Teachers on Call supplies substitute teachers to several Southeast Wisconsin schools.
Planned Parenthood in Sheboygan is preparing to resume abortion services while pro-life advocates are preparing for a legal fight.
We'll be there the 28th, so we will have a presence, a strong presence.
Legislative Director for Pro-Life Wisconsin, Matt Sandy, tells WTMJ, in addition to being at the Planned Parenthood Clinic in Sheboygan when it opens on Thursday the 28th,
we're looking at other things too.
Sandy says their goal will be to strongly encourage women to choose alternative options.
Trying to encourage women to go to a pregnancy resource center to get their free ultrasound, the free pregnancy tests, all the services that they supply.
Wyatt Barmore-Pooley, WTMJ News.
Coming up, a first for capital punishment being challenged in court. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:05.
News is sponsored by BBC Lighting. Thousands of specialty light fixtures now open Saturdays 10 to 4.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. Now that we're into the holiday season, it's time to celebrate with new lights and ceiling fans. And our huge award-winning showroom displays hundreds of the best quality lights and fans. There's not a brand we can't get, and our prices are the lowest, even lower than online. I guarantee it. And our knowledgeable staff is always here to assist you in making the right choices. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including antiques, collectibles, fun for the kids, and our famous free popcorn. We are open Monday through Saturday and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's and Bachman Furniture, all near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
If you can't get a good night's sleep, let me ask you, are you breathing well? Because if you're snoring or waking up each night with a stuffed up nose, or frustrated with your CPAP mask, the root of your sleep problem lies in your breathing triangle. And if any one of those passages isn't working, you won't sleep well. And there's no mattress, pill, or other gimmick that can fix that. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. A recipe for a good night's sleep starts with an open airway. Now, there are devices that can help solve snoring or sleep apnea problems. If you walk into a sleep center, know you'll walk out with a CPAP. And you might find other options elsewhere. But the simple truth is, if your nose doesn't work properly, no device will help. Only at Advent will you find every effective snoring and sleep apnea solution, along with a world-class team that can get your nose working properly again.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
If you like using debit over credit, don't you think it's time you also get rewarded with Discover Cashback Debit? Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:07.
We talk about this a lot on Wisconsin's Morning News, how work from home is a trend that's sort of continuing post-pandemic. But Metropolitan Milwaukee Association of Commerce President Tim Sheehy telling Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
Milwaukee has bucked that trend a little bit. We're still in the top 14 to 15 in terms of return to work. I also think we have some advantage because as a manufacturer, you have to be here. I think that's a trend that will now normalize.
Since the pandemic, 4 times as many Americans are working remotely than before.
In an effort to protest working conditions, employees at Marquette University's Starbucks location are filing a petition to unionize.
Starbucks employee Ian Schubert says the decision was a long time coming.
My friends and family can't keep living under this establishment when not only our hours are being cut, health code violations are being ignored. We have an A on our door somehow.
Schubert says they're now preparing for the response of corporate Starbucks.
We are expecting to receive captive audience meetings. One of our strategies for that is to record the meetings, and then we file probably the NLRB. We file, and then we win.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
In a statement to WTMJ, Starbucks says it welcomes the employees' vote on union representation.
Federal judge deciding whether to stop the nation's first execution by nitrogen, which is scheduled in Alabama January 25th.
The judge heard diverging arguments during a hearing about the humaneness and risks of such an execution. Lawyers for Kenneth Eugene Smith argued the method violates the constitutional ban on cruel and unusual punishment. They also told the judge the nose and mouth mask the condemned man would have to wear would interfere with his ability to pray with his spiritual advisor. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Signing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:09.
Joint pain. You have it? It's time to get rid of it. Make that call to QC Kinetics and get rid of that joint pain. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. QC Kinetics. They'll help get your life back. The nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics uses all natural treatments that'll help restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. That means you get to move pain-free again. If the source of your pain is in your knee, your back, your shoulder, check out QC Kinetics. Be one of the tens of thousands of satisfied patients around the country who are able to get lasting relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. So if you have pain from an old injury or maybe associated with arthritis, check out QC Kinetics. The future of medicine is here. Regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics. Give them a call and get the most out of 2024 doing what you love. 414-285-3474 is the number. 414-285-3474. QC Kinetics. 414-285-3474.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
Checking in with Debbie here at 8:10.
All right, delays along southbound 43 from before Hampton Avenue all the way down to about Locust. Northbound slowing from Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. Otherwise, everything else seems to be moving along just fine. Even 94 east and westbound looking pretty good, although we do have one broken down. Oh, wait, nope, it's got cleared up, so we're in good shape right now. Hey, you could be our eyes on the road. You can report accidents, slowdowns, and road conditions to the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's Season of Inspiration. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
High of 43 degrees today under cloudy skies with a chance of a sprinkle this afternoon, chance of a shower tonight, mostly cloudy, and a low down to 39. Your travel forecast looks largely quiet, just some rain showers and some other stuff in it. Warming temperatures from the mid-40s up to 50 degrees on Christmas Day. Right now, 39 in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano. Ho, ho, ho!
Let's get it on. 11 minutes after 8 on Wisconsin's Morning News, and a lot of business to get to this hour. I want to do a couple of things here in this segment. First, Eric had some holiday travel numbers that will blow your mind.
All right.
I was off by a factor of 10 in my prediction of how many airplanes are in the sky over the next several days. Today. And I find myself in the unique position of caring deeply about one of the millions of people who are in the sky right now. So share a little bit more on that, and we'll look ahead to the holiday travel forecast momentarily. But I did want to touch on the situation in Wauwatosa regarding that fight at the Tosa East, Tosa West basketball game last night. And in short, the update is there's really no update. So here's some of the sound that we were playing from video that was widely circulated throughout the Milwaukee area. All the news stations had it. You saw it in your social media feed. Fight at halftime of the Tosa East, Tosa West basketball game, and it looks like that's all it was, that it was a nasty fight at that. But there were at least reports of a gun being drawn. There were even reports of shots fired, which I want to say immediately turned out not to be the case. Both Wauwatosa Police and the Tosa School District say there were not shots fired in that incident. They were investigating whether or not anybody displayed a handgun. But turned out to be kind of real bad fight. Nasty fight in the hallway. But they evacuated the gym. Students and fans went pour into the doors. And
there's video of that. I mean, people running and running toward those doors.
And the East-West game, as you would imagine, like that's a community pageant. Everybody's there.
Standing room only.
Tough ticket to get. And so the point that I wanted to make, twofold. One of the things that came up in our conversation yesterday is like there were fights when we were in school. And teacher came in, dove in, broke it up, and that was that. And the student maybe got detention, maybe a suspension, but you didn't have cops, you didn't have all this other stuff. And what's the big deal about the fight? Well, the big deal is, and I've heard from people since even we were talking about this yesterday, who were in this in very varying positions. Let me just say that. So some were fans, some had a loved one on the team, some were part of the team whom I heard from. And the primary takeaway I had from going back and forth with them about what they experienced was it wasn't the fight, it was the people in a panic pouring out of the gym and them not knowing where other loved ones from their family were in that moment and being scared for them. And that's why it's a big deal. So if people want to say, well, why are you giving big attention? It's just a fight and the media is stirring things up and this was no big deal. It was a big deal for those folks who were there. I heard from somebody who was there watching a family member on the team and said at the time, younger members of the family had gone off to the concession stand. It's halftime. And he and his wife were in the bleachers. And then this happened. And there's pandemonium and chaos and people are running for the doors. Can you imagine the panic as a parent? Your kids are somewhere and you don't know where they are and that's happening?
Well, do you not have the PA announce what's happening and asking people to leave or telling people to leave?
I guess, but that caused, in some part, a bit of the panic. And some folks seemed to leave on their own. There was seemed like fans were pouring out once they heard there was a fight, or maybe they were going to see it. But that was a chaotic situation, and you can argue whether or not they ought to have cleared the gym or whatever, but that's what they did. And so in terms of whether this is a big deal, was the fight itself that big a deal? Maybe not. But what happened there as a result was, and a lot of people, adults, we're not talking about, well, millennial snowflakes, they're scared of a fight. We're talking about regular old adults, regular people who were scared for people that they were with, for their loved ones, being caught up in that. And that's why it's a big deal. So I wanted to defend some of the media scrutiny that's gone on in terms of what's happened there in that regard. That's why it's a big deal. The other thing is we look at things differently right now. There is, sadly, great precedent for young people bringing guns to school and killing their classmates and teachers. That's happened over the last couple of decades. So it's different than when we were in a fight in high school. You never thought somebody had a gun.
Right.
Or someone was going to die. You thought it was a couple of kids brawling, they'll figure it out, and somebody gets detention, and that's that. Maybe you get a suspension, but that's why we look at these things differently, and probably to some degree why Tosa handled that in the way that they did. Also, a little bit disappointed in the school district. We still have not seen the superintendent talking to folks in the media. We invited him to come on the program yesterday, was not made available. TMJ4 says they reached out. The school district wouldn't make him available. I think what you want to see in your school district is, I'm the superintendent, and you may feel like the media coverage and scrutiny has been unfair. That's fine. Stand out there and face it. And go ahead and tell them, I think this is unfair. We had a fight. We dealt with it. Nobody was hurt. Nothing to see here. But get out front and see that. And if I'm a parent in that school district, that's what I want to see from my school leaders. I want to hear from you. They sent out a statement to parents, and then, well, we can send you the statement. I want to hear from the people who lead the district, and it doesn't sound like that's happening. So I just wanted to follow up on a couple of those points from that story yesterday. Interesting, we were talking before about the holiday forecast, and look at this, 50 degrees for the high temperature on Christmas Day with rain showers.
It's beginning to look a lot like May 5th.
Right? So not terribly festive, but the holiday travel forecast is robust.
Oh, my gosh.
A record of all records.
Which, by the way, I swear, that's a broken record headline also.
A record holiday travel season.
For Thanksgiving, that's all we ever hear.
A record holiday travel
season. That's all we ever hear.
A record number of passengers.
We'll tell you the same
take
thing
to the friendly
next
skies.
year. Yeah.
Okay.
So today is expected to be one of the busiest days of the year at the airports across the country. Everyone flocking to their holiday destination starting today. Of course, Christmas is on Monday. Now, I asked you this earlier. The record-breaking holiday travel rush is underway with more than this number of flights expected to take off today alone. 49,000 flights today. Just today.
You asked me to guess. I said it was 4,000. Didn't I? Or 4,000 or 5,000? Nice.
Much, much more.
Major airlines say most passengers will fly today through Saturday. Delta says it will transport nearly 9 million passengers over the holiday. American expecting more than 12 million. And United Airlines saying this Christmas season will be its busiest on record, transporting around 9 million passengers over the holiday with nearly 4,000 flights each day.
Yes, here we go. Just flight after flight after flight. And of course, there's been some weather issues. There's always delays and different things. Well, imagine if this is why you don't able to get to your destination.
Southwest says a flight bound for Tampa struck birds just after it took off from New Orleans Wednesday afternoon. Plane was able to land under its own power. The 164 passengers were transferred to another plane. Nobody was hurt, but runways at the airport were closed for several hours in order to clean up debris.
You hit some birds and sorry, got to go back. Sorry, folks. Just hit some pigeons and some wild geese.
We're going to shut down the airport for several hours.
Not because of weather.
Hang in there, right? And all those folks missing their connections and just the ripple effects that can cause.
And here's what the United Airlines Senior VP of Communications has to say about anything when it comes to, hey, settle down and don't get upset at us.
The planes are going to be full. The airports are going to be full. I'm not going to, sugarcoat that.
Okay, all right. Right. Look, deal with it. That's basically the
There's
message.
no open seat next to you for your bag, right?
So anyway, get prepared for it. You have one in the air still? Is she
I think
on her way?
she is still in the air. So I'm in a new position for me, but this is something that probably so many parents have already dealt with themselves. And if you haven't, you may. If you have a kid who goes away to school or family member far away, you're waiting on that traveler to get here. And we've talked about it before. My daughter's 18 and she's going to school in New York City, which has, along with it, all of the trappings of first kid in college, but also it's New York. And so we've been getting updates from her. She's traveling back, and she did get airborne. And that was the last I heard from her, so that's good news. But it was every step of the way. My alarm clock goes off at 3:30 or thereabouts. No, not thereabouts. That's what I set it for. That's not exactly when I get up. There's some rolling around. But no, worst time to get woken up before your actual alarm is like within an hour of your actual alarm. But the phone, because she's on Eastern time, 4 a.m. her time, 3 a.m. my time. I'm in the Uber.
Hey, all right.
But I just had that moment of how crazy this is that, like, just a matter of months ago, this was, my child, a child who was here. And I'm like, did you remember to bring all your stuff to school today? Did you remember to pick this up at work
bring a
today,
coat.
Right? Wear a coat. This is what you're wearing. Why don't you have boots on, right? And now she's in the largest city in the United States of America, trying to find her way to the airport, get on an airplane, worried about whether or not she gets that flight. Like, what if there are complications?
No, she made it, though, or is almost on the ground.
A friend of mine just texted me this morning. He has a daughter coming back about the same age as mine from L.A. She did not make her flight on Tuesday.
Oh.
Earliest she could get out was today, like an overnighter, like a red eye.
Yeah.
Like, she's now on her way into O'Hare, going to get on a bus. Hopefully she's home by today. He said, I spent the night on FlightAware tracking her flight, making sure that little beacon didn't disappear somewhere or land at some other airport. And be like, now what has
Minneapolis.
happened? Right.
Well, that's great, though. So that'll be a fun night tonight, knowing that this would be the first time back, right?
Looks good. And it's interesting position as well as a parent to, they always say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Of course.
Not that we don't all love our kids, but this was good. It was good for her. It's good for our family to miss her and to want so much for her to be back. So those what do you say, those moments where you reunite and get everybody back together will be extra special this year. So looking forward to that. Looks like good news as she's on her way into Mitchell International this morning. 8:22 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Checking in with Debbie on the roads.
All right, we got an accident now northbound 41 right at Watertown Plank Road. The right lane is blocked with this, so we're starting to see delays with it, so be careful. Southbound on 43, just south of Hampton Avenue, all the way down past Locust. This is going to be a backup. The northbound side is going to be slow right around the North Avenue curve up to about Keefe. I'm Debbie Lozgo with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
Be our eyes on the roads. Report incidents to the WTMJ HallMazdaMilwaukee.com traffic tip line 414-238-9329. Visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's Season of Inspiration. Officially closing the book on a 25-year career. Congratulations to Jeff Wagner and his retirement. However, this isn't the last you'll hear of Jeff. Keep it tuned for our Best of Jeff Wagner compilations, airing every day from noon to 3 for the rest of the year. A tribute to the illustrious career, remembered with the best moments from the Jeff Wagner Show. Every day from noon to 3. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio WTMJ.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Injuries happen, but you don't have to play in pain or stay on the sidelines. Whether it's your kids dealing with a sports injury, college athletes, or the rest of us weekend warriors, the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin will quickly diagnose your problem, lay out a treatment plan that works for you, and get you back in the game. They fixed my knee. My mother-in-law is back on the dance floor with a new hip. These are the experts you can trust. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? And if you drive while you're high, law enforcement can definitely tell. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hurry in for Macy's last-minute gift sale now and take an extra 20% off gift ideas from designers they'll love when you use your coupon or Macy's card. Plus, spend your Macy's money in-store or online. No merchandise exclusions. Can't decide what to get? Give a gift card and let them pick the perfect gift. Find last-minute gifts that never feel last minute right now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. The Energy Star ratings for windows are getting a lot tougher to get the tax credit, so you're going to want to take advantage of. Fortunately, we still have options that will qualify you for those tax credits. Now, I can sit here and talk benefits of this product or what's great about that product. So can everybody else. But what a lot of operations can't do is, with complete confidence, stand behind the crew that's going to be on that next job. Talk is cheap, I get it, but our people are exceptional. How do I know? Because me and Vito handpick every single person that makes our team. Some make the cut, a lot don't. And that's why you can be confident that the windows we install for you will be top quality, installed right, and that you're going to get great service. And that's never failed us. So for your home's new windows, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Hey, has anybody seen Grandma?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve.
826 Wisconsin's Morning News. Thanks for this really kind text. Old National Bank talk and text line 855-616-1620. Genuinely excited for you, Vince. That first visit when your child comes home from college is extra special. Hope you and your family enjoy all being together. I mean, for me, I was the oldest, so I didn't know what it was like when the Sibs came home. I know brother and sister are desperately missing older sister.
So my older brother, my oldest, I have two older brothers. My oldest is 7 years older than me. So I was 11 in sixth grade when he came home for the first time.
Boy, you were annoying.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I'll never forget it. I remember being super embarrassed about it. And I don't know if anyone noticed. I don't think I've ever told this to anybody before, but I could not wipe the smile off my face. I remember we pulled up to pick him up from the bus stop or whatever, and I was just I was beaming. I could feel my face, just like my cheeks hurting. I was so excited to see him, just smiling, and I'm like trying to cover my face because I was so excited about it, but embarrassed at the same time.
Was he excited to see you? Do you remember?
I remember like trying to tell him all these updates about what was happening. Like, oh, I got this new G.I. Joe toy. And he's like, okay, great, Eric.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll come down and look at it later.
Yeah, it was basically that. Like, he's just trying to get settled. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got this other toy over here. You might want to take a look at.
We moved this over here. Right. Yeah. TV's in this room now.
Yeah. Right. But I used to remember the house looking small. When I first came back, everything seemed smaller to me. My room seemed smaller.
Yeah, right.
Everything just seemed miniature. Anyway, big news. Diplomacy-wise.
Free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last.
Savoy Wright, one of 10 Americans now back home on U.S. soil.
So much gratitude for the moment, for the United States of America, for all of you, and for the opportunity to come home.
So Wright among 10 Americans detained in Venezuela who were exchanged in a prisoner swap. Good old-fashioned swap. The U.S. securing their freedom.
Good old-fashioned swap. These guys for these guys.
So what they did was they got these 10 because they granted clemency to an ally of the Venezuelan president, a guy named Alex Saab. who faced some money laundering charges. He was the bag man for President Maduro.
Yeah,
in
like
Venezuela.
not a great guy.
No,
right?
no.
At least in the eyes of the U.S.
So they sent him back over there. They're also loosening some restrictions. The White House basically saying, hey, we need fair elections over there. You can't be, doing the state government stuff. So anyway, the White House and the Pentagon says, hey, we can always re-tighten sanctions if we need to, but as of now, they're happy with it. The big story, though, or one of the big stories, is not about those 10 Americans, but it's about another American.
One hostage being sent home is one who is going to be tried.
That's President Biden in Milwaukee on Wednesday talking about this guy. So the Maduro government in Venezuela releasing a notorious defense contractor who is the mastermind of the largest corruption scandal in U.S. military history.
He's known as Fat Leonard.
Oh, yes. Fat Leonard, of course, is
if this
his
guy's name were Bill Jackson, we might not even make the news.
No.
The whole Fat Leonard's coming back.
Leonard Francis, a.k.a. Fat Leonard.
There you go.
They can't wait to say it.
Everyone jumping on it.
Leonard Glenn Francis, also known as Fat Leonard.
Yeah, also known as, a.k.a.
When's it okay to call someone fat? When I guess they're a historic, scandalous...
Yeah, just a terrible human being, I guess. Yeah. All right, so yes, let me tell you about this guy. So yeah, you know his name. He's known as
Fat Leonard.
All right.
Got it, yeah.
Right. Anyway, Fat
Man's
Leonard.
big boned. I don't know.
He's at the center of a massive Pentagon bribery scandal. Leonard Glenn Francis is Malaysian, the owner of a ship servicing company, the central character in one of the largest bribery scandals in Pentagon history. He was arrested years ago, accused of bilking the military of $35 million and buying off dozens of top-ranking Navy officials with booze and sex and prostitutes and other gifts. So 3 weeks before he was supposed to be sentenced, he slipped off his ankle monitor. And he was able to escape from San Diego, and that's when he fled, basically, to Venezuela.
Guess everything was fat on old Fat Leonard except his ankle.
That's funny.
Is tight enough, Leonard?
So basically, why is he known as Fat Leonard? Well, Leonard Glenn Francis was being sent over...
Also known as Fat Leonard.
Yeah, sorry, I screwed that up. Sailors nicknamed Leonard Francis Fat Leonard because of his 350-pound frame and his 6'2" height. So that's how he got the name.
I'm still looking for...
Fat Leonard.
I'm still looking for a full body shot of this guy. I just saw the mug shot. I mean, you could see how he could be a bigger fella.
Sure, oh yeah.
I just like how he was glossed at by the other sailors. Because they know, Fat Leonard's back to grease the brassiere again, right?
Okay, that's a good nickname. If it's just because he's always fat with money.
Yeah, I don't think they meant that.
Greasy.
It'd be
Leonard Glenn Francis, also known as Fat Leonard.
Fat Leonard.
Would it be hilarious if you were just a skinny little dude?
Oh, that'd be even better. They call him Chubbs or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Why is he Fat Leonard?
Well, anyway, so Fat Leonard is being extradited back. That's a huge win for the American government. In that respect, they're happy to have this. Of course, as far as the swap goes, it depends on who you ask, of course. Some people like it, other people do not.
He's 5 feet tall and he's 5 feet wide. He don't measure no more from head to toe than it do from side to side. Mr.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right, if the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to talk to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 800-857-7979. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. Plus, I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. Call right now, 800-857-7979. 800-857-7979. That's 800-857-7979. $79.79.
Fat
Set
Leonard.
your independence in motion. It starts with PACE at Community Care. The program of all-inclusive care for the elderly, also known as PACE, offers complete medical and long-term care services. A team of dedicated healthcare professionals coordinates all aspects of care to support independent living as long as possible. Learn more about a community that cares. Visit joinpacewi.com or call 833-900-PACE. That's joinpacewi.com or call 833-900-PACE.
Vince Vitrano for Great Lakes Landscape, the local company I'll trust this spring to enhance the beauty of my already awesome yard. Improving your landscaping is a rewarding way to grow the value of your home. From major projects like a block paver patio to shrubs and ground cover, Great Lakes Landscape will transform your outdoor space and protect your investment with a routine landscape maintenance package starting in spring. Sign up now, get 2023 prices. We're on our way to a more beautiful yard. Great Lakes Landscape, WI.com.
Siding Unlimited named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
8:34, I'm Adam Roberts. Our top story, conversations ramping up again around medical marijuana.
I'm Debbie Laziga, northbound on 41. We've got backups coming up from about Wisconsin Avenue all the way up to Watertown Plank Road, where there is an accident blocking the right lane. Southbound on 43, slowing down just before Hampton Avenue, and those delays take you down past almost to Locust. The northbound side is backed up from North Avenue up to Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cloudy mild with a chance of afternoon sprinkles in your storm team forecast from meteorologist Brendan Johnson today. A high of 43, chance of showers overnight tonight with a low of 39. That's where we sit right now with cloudy skies in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Wisconsin Republicans planning to unveil a proposal soon to legalize medical marijuana in the state. They could vote on it sometime in 2024. Those plans vocalized by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who has in the past said he would back some form of medical marijuana program. Vos says Assembly Republicans are on board in concept, but no one has seen the actual proposal yet. Back in January, Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu said a bill to create a medical marijuana program could pass this legislative session as long as regulations are put forward to ensure it is for those in serious pain. A federal lawsuit has been filed against the State Bar of Wisconsin's diversity clerkship program, alleging the program discriminated based on race. The Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed the suit, arguing the state bar violates equal protection rights because the program classifies students based on race. The program offers summer internships to first-year law students at top firms, companies, and government offices. Among the organizations in the area with interns from the program include Kohler, the Wisconsin Department of Justice, and Froedtert Health. In a statement, director of the state bar, Larry Marchian, said, quote, neither race nor ethnicity is an eligibility factor. And in an effort to protest working conditions, employees at Marquette University's Starbucks location have filed a petition to unionize.
Starbucks employee Ian Schubert says the decision was a long time coming.
My friends and family can't keep living under this establishment when not only our hours are being cut, health code violations are being ignored. We have an A on our door somehow.
Schubert says they're now preparing for the response of corporate Starbucks.
We are expecting to receive captive audience meetings. One of our strategies for that is to record the meetings, and then we file probably the NLRB. We file and then we win.
Jack Grau, WTMJ News.
In a statement to WTMJ, Starbucks says they welcome the employees' vote on union representation. Time for news about your money. The WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Off and running are the majors this morning. The Dow Jones up 300 points at the opening bell to 37,378. The S&P 500 up 38 to 4,736. And the NASDAQ up 148 points this morning to 14,925. Get ready for 2024 with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time, 8:37.
Coming up, sometimes they do catch the guy, or girl, as it were.
Traffic is sponsored by the Delafield Brewhouse Restaurant and Brewery. Visit delafieldbrewhouse.com for daily specials.
Enjoy Naga Wicked Pale Ale Beer Battered Cod at the Delafield Brewhouse. Available Fridays for lunch and dinner. Dine in or take out ready. The Delafield Brewhouse.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
Hey, Fleet Rewards members, save 12% now through the 24th at Fleet Farm. No rebates, no waiting, no mail-in forms or receipts. The added 12% savings coupon is for all members in-store and online. Not a member? Sign up in minutes to get your additional savings now. Forget the stamps or waiting for rebates. Save 12% during Fleet Rewards Appreciation Days. And thanks for shopping Fleet Farm. Some restrictions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
With so many mesothelioma lawyers, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and here's my advice to you. Do your research. Results matter. Reputation matters. Last year alone, our team recovered over $1 billion for our clients. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited.
Call 800-602-2200. That's 800-602-2200. Call now.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would surely say it glowed.
20 minutes before 8 o'clock on this Thursday morning, Wisconsin's morning news, thanks to the texter who sent in a picture of Fat Leonard. It's a big fella. He's wearing like a Kim Jong-un sort of draperies.
6'2", 350. That's why the Navy
fella.
sailors called
All
him
right,
Fat
he earned
Leonard.
it. Hey, I want to play something for you, and you'll understand why here in a moment. This is from, Eric and I were on the air. It's November 20th, so it was Thanksgiving week. It was ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday. It was during the morning rush. So this is not today right now. This is something that occurred a little more than a month ago, or just about a month ago.
I'm amazed at how often this happens.
Assuming that it is a shots fired incident, and to fill you in as to why we're connecting those dots, what we have is all of the eastbound lanes closed, so no traffic is getting through, and then you see deputies walking across all lanes of traffic looking at the pavement. And what we've seen when we've had a report of shots fired is they're looking for shell casings or any other evidence that may be on the road. So again, that was from a month ago. That's not today. I-94 appears to be moving just fine. But we did confirm, so that was when we were walking through what was happening, this ongoing traffic situation, and then we did confirm that, in fact, at 6:30 in the morning, a driver reported somebody pulled a gun on the freeway and fired off a round that hit that person's car.
Shots fired, yep.
Freeway was shut down for a long time. Sometimes it's hours while they're out there looking for evidence and whatnot, and you were expressing your frustration with this.
You hear, oh, well, there clearly was shots fired because there's damage on the other vehicle, and then that's the end of it. Never seem to hear about people being taken into custody for it.
I'm going to fix that for you right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We got somebody?
Yeah, we got one from this very incident. So this is from Lieutenant Nick Wenzel, Waukesha County Sheriff's Department. A few days ago, they pulled over a vehicle suspected of being involved in this incident. So they must have had a good description of the vehicle, maybe even a plate or a partial, something
DOT
like that.
Cams, maybe?
And they didn't forget about it. They were out there looking. But you wonder, fair enough, you wonder sometimes. And if you're a law enforcement authority of some kind, okay, it was a green car with, maybe too late now, I guess. So fair enough. But deputies did arrest a 27-year-old Milwaukee woman. They say they recovered a gun and that the woman admitted to the freeway shooting last month. And she's charged now. First-degree recklessly endangering safety, discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and carrying a concealed
How
weapon.
about that? Wow.
All according to the Waukesha County Sheriff's
Well,
Office.
I'm happy to eat crow in this case.
Appreciate very much their follow-up on this, letting us know so we can let you know. 842, Wisconsin's Morning News.
Big
What do you
news
got?
coming up next. Got ourselves a good old-fashioned Christmas 5Q.
It's next on Wisconsin's Morning News. What do you see on the roads right now, Deb?
Well, we still have this accident northbound 41 right about at Watertown Plank Road. They still have that right lane blocked, so we got backups heading back towards Wisconsin Avenue. Otherwise, northbound 43 is a little bit backed up from Locust up to Keefe. Southbound has cleared out, so we're in good shape right now. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Traffic is sponsored by Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Shop Ken Michaels Furniture year-end clearance sale for savings up to 50% on furniture and mattresses. Showrooms in Greenfield, Brookfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Chief Market Watcher Brian Wickert here to report mortgage rates continue their downward trend. Low overhead Accunet can now deliver a 6.89% APR on a $225,000 30-year fixed rate loan with 25% down, top-notch credit, and all the other right stuff. Our special 30-year fixed rate money for first-time Wisconsin homebuyers is now down to 6.125% with an APR as low as 6.29 and as little as 3% down. Household income limits apply. Now, a lot of homebuyers hit pause during the holiday season, but may be missing out. We just helped one of our rock-solid pre-approved first-time buyers get an accepted offer $49,000 under the asking price and lock in some of that special 30-year fixed money at a 6.19 APR. Household income limits apply. With rates back down, home shoppers are going to be coming out of the woodwork in the new year. So whether you're just starting your home search or you're ready to get back at it, go with the local mortgage experts at Accunet and get ahead of the pack by clicking on the blue button today at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scafidi for Omaha Steaks and OmahaSteaks.com. Have you ever struggled with an idea? What do I buy someone for Christmas? Well, last year I was that person. You know what I did? I had delivered Omaha Steaks to my friends and family members. Omaha Steaks, they're great packages, all the quality, all the convenience, everything you need for an incredible holiday gift experience. They're great, tender, juicy, extra-aged steaks. They're mouth-watering bacon-wrapped filet mignons, a holiday gift favorite. How about their easy-to-prepare meals and their curated gift packages, all guaranteed to make spirits bright all winter long. We made it easy for you. Go to omahasteaks.com, take advantage of 50% off site-wide, plus use our promo code WTMJ checkout. Get an additional $30 off your order. Hurry, because the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals at Omaha Steaks will be gone before you know it. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code WTMJ at checkout for an extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Gillette Intimate gives guys a gentle and easy shave. Don't treat yourself like junk. Respect it with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get. Buy now at a retailer near you.
Today is December 21st. Christmas is Monday. Lots happening already. This weekend will be a big Christmas weekend for a lot
That's
of people.
news to you. Still time to get those jammies.
Still time. Yes, there is.
Ho, ho, ho.
All right, Santa. All right. Since Christmas is so close, it's time for it.
And now, time for the 5Q.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Oh, I love it.
Outstanding.
Wisconsin's
Nice
Morning
job,
News
Pancake.
5Q. This is when we ask the panel a series of questions about a specific topic, and then we compare our answers with that of an expert. Today...
And who's your expert on Christmas?
Got a great one. Got a great one
Okay.
today. No, it's not Santa or some guy who wants to pretend he is Santa.
I was going to say, you have a line in on Santa? Dang, that's a get.
I don't have that much pull. Today, our topic, of course, is Christmas. Our expert is Jerry Ann Pirtle. She is the owner of the Christmas Kringle shop in Fond du Lac. This is that huge
Oh, yeah, you
Christmas
drive by
store.
on the freeway.
On 41, you can see it there. It's enormous, and this is what they do. They're a seasonal shop, but they thrive and have been there for a long time. So Jerry Ann has given me her answers. Now I will get the answers from you guys. So we'll start with this. What do you think is the most popular item sold at the Christmas Kringle shop in Fond du Lac? Who would like to go first?
The answer is wrapping paper.
I was going to say either wrapping paper or ornaments.
What did you say?
Ornaments.
Ornaments, okay. Jerry Ann Pirtle, what did Jerry Ann say?
The most
popular thing would be ornaments. We have over 70 themed decorated trees throughout the store, and you can shop directly from our trees. But we have everything from collectibles, which would be like some old world ornaments on trees, as well as Christopher Radko. We have themed trees like a rock and roll tree, a Coca-Cola tree, a baby tree, a wedding tree, pet tree, music tree, occupation tree, kids tree.
And on and on. So you just go in there and you find a tree and you can just grab ornaments off it.
Oh, that's really convenient.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's her. She says that is their hottest item. Okay. Number 2 of the 5Q. Are you Christmas Eve or are you Christmas morning as far as gift giving? Do you gift give on Christmas Eve, Debbie, or do you gift give on Christmas morning?
We do Christmas morning. We've always done Christmas morning growing up.
Okay.
So, yeah. My husband's family, we don't get together at Christmas. We tend to go closer to New Year's. So there's that.
I'm a Christmas morning guy.
Yeah, we're talking now what we do now. Right now, it's because of how other family parties shape up. We open, at least our immediate family, on Christmas morning. But when I was a kid, it would change back and forth, but I always preferred Christmas Eve.
Really?
Now you got all your stuff. You can stay up as long as you want. And then you're not rushed to open it on Christmas Day. Like Santa would come while we were
Christmas,
out.
okay.
Either we'd do Christmas Eve Mass, Santa might come then, or while we were at my grandma's house.
So did that take away from some of the excitement of Christmas morning?
No, because, you know why? Because you would get home and then it's like Santa already came. My goodness. He must have been here early.
Okay.
All right, Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, what did Jerry Ann Pirtle have to say from the Christmas Shop in Fond du Lac?
We are a Christmas morning gift giver.
All right.
So Santa Claus would come at night, and then in the morning we all get up and the presents and everything are all there. And that's when we start opening and celebrating.
I like that.
We would never be able to get downstairs. We'd only wake Mom and Dad up.
Yep.
And Dad had to be up and go downstairs and check and then turn the music on and the video camera.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was time.
We have that issue, too, but I add coffee into that. And what else do I got to do? I might have to turn the oven on quick, but yeah, we still have that. And my daughter cannot stand it. She wants to come downstairs. All right, number 3. What is your favorite Christmas treat or cookie? Favorite Christmas treat looking forward to the season, Vince?
Christine Shimon's gingerbread cookies. It's my mom, and they're widely acclaimed.
Very nice.
Nice. My mother-in-law, God rest her soul, used to make divinity for me. It's a type of fudge. It's like white fudge, and it just melts in your mouth. And she wouldn't make it for a lot of people because she hated making it because it was very putzy. But she would make it for me. So I was like, I love divinity.
If you're Norwegian, lefse for you or no?
I was going to say Santa Sack, which is a Christmas ale from Ray's Grain.
I'm sorry, what? Santa what? Santa's what?
It's called Santa Sack. It's a Christmas ale. Brewed by Ray's Grain Brewing in Waukesha.
Nice.
I was going to say that was my treat. But yeah, I guess we do some Norwegian stuff too. All right, so what does Jerry Ann Pirtle have to say from the Christmas shop? What is her favorite Christmas treat or cookie?
Oh, I would say they would have to be frosted sugar cookies would be my favorite. They're cutouts, I guess I should say.
Okay.
So, when you roll them out and then you cut them out, bake them, and then you frost them and put sugar and sprinkles and things like that on the cookies.
It's a classic.
All right. Next on the 5Q, Christmas is our topic, and our expert is Jerry Ann Pirtle. She owns the Christmas Kringle Shop in Fond du Lac. You can see it from Highway 41. Eggnog, yay or nay?
I'm out.
Is it the viscosity?
Yeah, I don't
I'm all in.
You're
I'm
in.
all
Excellent.
in.
Yay. I'm with you, Debbie. I'm a yay as well. I had it once years ago, and I'm like, you know what? This ain't bad.
It kind of depends on which one you get. I mean, some of them can be really kind of icky, but yeah.
Sure, yeah, it depends on how
She's
it's
all in on egg
All
yolk.
right, let's find out. Eggnog, yay or nay?
I like eggnog. It's not my first choice, but I do like eggnog.
With a little rum in there, or?
Oh, no, I can take it just straight.
That's fine.
How about you, Eric?
Well,
Is that okay? You're not talking to a priest.
All right,
okay.
Moving on. What is your favorite Christmas movie? And here are the ground rules. You can only say one. I don't want to hear 5. 1. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Ralphie, Christmas Story.
Oh,
Done.
dude. It's
Boom.
like, Okay, I've got 9 now. I'm going to say National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay, solid.
That's
Very good. Another
Holy,
good one.
where's the Tylenol?
Oh, I will say this. It's really not even all that good, but I am soft for Scrooged. Scrooge,
okay.
The Bill
It's
Murray
a
one.
toaster.
Yes, that one just gets
She's
me.
going to say Miracle on 34th Street.
All right, what does Jerry Ann have to say?
Oh, boy. There are so many. I really like the Hallmark Channel because at Wegner Off Supply, we, of course, had a Hallmark store. So I did watch a lot of those. I guess I would say Elf as far as the popular. And then my favorite Christmas movie in Hallmark is The Christmas Card.
The Christmas Card.
Not fair. She got 2.
So the Christmas
a
Card,
guest.
by the way, it's about a
Thank you, Jerry.
a soldier who gets a Christmas card from that he didn't know, from a lady he didn't know. He goes back, finds her, falls in love with her and the family, but she's already engaged. And
Yeah,
what
but he's a knob.
I'm not
Nobody
gonna-
likes him.
I'm not going to ruin it for
He's
you.
mean. Yeah, you ruined it. He's mean. Nobody likes him. He wins her heart. End of story.
Yada, yada, yada. Okay, final one of the 5. Q, our expert today on Christmas is Jerry Ann Pirtle. She's the owner of the Christmas Kringle Shop in Fond du Lac. What is your favorite Christmas tradition? Debbie.
Oh, don't start with me. Okay, I'm going to say probably having all the family that you don't get to see very often come by. You know, they're staying at the house. I've heard a lot of people talking about this around here, like Greg Matzik, telling he's got a lot of family coming in from out of town that they never see, that kind of thing. I love that.
Yep,
and then, you know, the meals, because food.
Absolutely.
Man, it's not Christmas until I see Charlie Brown Christmas. It's the music and the stuff. Like, there's one thing, and you know me, Eric, I'm not a particularly cheery person. But
I don't know what you're talking
if
about.
something can break me out of that mood, it's that.
All right, so
Snoopy going,
Jerry Ann, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? And I said, okay, other than gift giving, of course.
I'm an outdoors person, so I like to go for a walk or a hike or something during the day. And then, of course, we like to play games, play cards or something like that.
And there you have it. There is your 5Q Christmas style edition. My thank you to Jerry Ann Pirtle, the owner of Christmas Kringle Shop in Fond du Lac, for sharing up some phenomenal answers.
WTMJ Now with Steve Scafidi.
This is not a Super Bowl team. And you talk about getting out in front of your skis. That's really far out in front of your skis.
Get the latest news.
I don't care if you don't like it. There's consequences to lying.